Action Shelf. The Action Shelf. The Action Shelf. The Action Shelf.
Welcome to The Action Shelf, the podcast that celebrates the glory of B-action movies. I'm John Campbell.
And I'm Michael Listman.
Oh, Listman, last week we took a weird sojourn into Russian, Chinese fantasy movies.
Fantasy propaganda.
Totalitarian fantasy stories. Very, very strange movie. This week really feels like we're truly back in form.
Yes, this is way more like what we are watching on a regular basis. Which again, I felt like last week was almost like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
But it was certainly something.
Absolutely. This week though really feels like this one is like prime what this podcast was built for. This is exactly the kind of movie we set out to watch. Because
Definitely.
we did watch 1990s Martial Law, which I did not expect to be a character's name or nickname at the very least.
Was there a character? How did I miss this, John? Which character's name was Was it Chad McQueen?
Yeah, Detective Sean Thompson is known by all the other police as Martial Law.
Oh,
they keep calling him Martial Law in the movie.
John, I don't know how I missed this.
That's the thing.
I don't know how I missed this.
So, I mean, you could say that the poster could have been Chad McQueen is Martial Law.
Well, maybe it should have.
Yeah.
That's on you, marketing team.
Because I think what they want that to be is the Lethal Weapon, although nobody actually calls Mel Gibson Lethal Weapon. But
right,
the posters,
but that's what it's implying, yeah.
And the whole posters were always like, Martin Riggs is the only cop registered as a lethal weapon. And I think that there's no question that's what they want this character to be, like, holy shit. Because the whole thing with Riggs and Lethal Weapon is he's a sniper, he's a martial artist, he's the deadliest man on the force. That seems to be the case here, where it's like, he's a guy with skills nobody else has, except for actually one other person the department does also have. And I would actually, I wouldn't even, it's not even up for argument, has infinitely better martial arts skills.
Yeah, and while Maggie and I were watching this film, we kept thinking, God, I wish Cynthia Rothrock was the main character of this movie.
Thank you. That is my whole point in this, because this is our first time talking about Cynthia Rothrock.
Yeah.
I love Cynthia Rothrock. I have always loved Cynthia Rothrock. She is awesome, and I mean, she's not the world's greatest actress, but she's not terrible.
Yeah.
Did you do any background research on her?
Yes, I did. She has 8 black belts in various martial arts.
I was going to bring this up. She has an 8th degree.
Crazy.
Here's her list of belts she has. She has an 8th degree black belt in Tang Sudo, black belt in Taekwondo, black belt in Karate, black belt in Eagle Claw, black belt in Wushu, black belt in Northern Shaolin, and a black belt in Pai Lum Tao Kung Fu.
Yes.
5-time world champion in forms and weapons. She took first place in 32 times, took first place in forms 32 times and first place in weapons 12 times in her first 38 tournaments, including 3 out of 4 times in the men's division. Yeah.
She's just like, it's ridiculous. Like, she is just a ridiculous human being.
She is a legit master of various forms of martial arts. And I don't know if you looked into the history of her acting career. She started in Hong Kong Kung Fu movies. She's one of the few Western actors who became a major star in Hong Kong. This is actually the first American movie she's in.
Yeah, because she broke out in Hong Kong first, and then came back to America after she got success there. Which
Exactly,
is cool.
exactly. Yeah, and so she starred alongside people like Michelle Yeoh and a lot of other Chinese martial artists that we are huge fans of.
Yeah, I want to go back and watch her Hong Kong films now.
Me too.
Yeah,
I mean, something I thought as soon as this movie ended, I'm like, we need to put more Cynthia Rothrock movies on here, and ones 100%. Where she's the star, because she has her own franchises and everything. Because I always dug Cynthia Rothrock, because and you can see it. She fights beautifully. Her form is incredible. Yeah, and Chad McQueen's there too.
He's there. He's not terrible. He's not the. I don't think he required much stunt work.
Did you look up his background at all?
No, I know he's related to Steve McQueen, and that's about it.
He is the son of legendary Steve McQueen, and I will say this: did not inherit his father's on-screen charisma.
Nope.
No. His father,
definitely
one of the most compelling screen presences in movie history. One of my all-time favorite actors.
Yes.
Legit cinematic legend. Mm-hmm. And then, I mean, Chad's he's not great.
I mean, his father named him Chad, so he was destined for failure.
His full name,
I think.
Chadwick McQueen.
Really?
Chadwick McQueen. Yeah.
Oh shit. Well, I guess I can't be too hyperbolic against people named Chadwick. Chadwick Boseman is fantastic.
Yes.
Was.
Absolutely. But he wore that name better than Chad.
Oh,
McQueen,
yeah.
Let's be honest.
Chad McQueen, yeah.
Yeah, Chad McQueen. Chad McQueen, his best-known role, really, is as one of the members of the Cobra Kai dojo in The Karate Kid. He is one of the henchmen in that movie.
Nameless henchman number 3, Chad McQueen.
He is. So he's one of the bullies in that movie, and then did a number of these B movies before retiring from acting to become a professional race car driver.
That tracks, yeah.
Well, that was something he and his father shared a great passion for. Yeah. The other thing, though, that they shared a passion for, karate.
Yeah.
Steve McQueen, an interesting note connecting to other people on the action show. Steve and Chad McQueen shared a karate instructor, one Chuck Norris.
Oh, interesting.
Chuck Norris taught Steve and Chad McQueen karate.
Because I know that Steve learned from Bruce Lee as well. I didn't realize that he learned karate from Chuck Norris.
Yeah. I mean, he learned from Bruce Lee, and then later when he had his son, they were instructed by Chuck Norris. But
cool.
I don't get the sense Chad has a black belt in anything. He seems to have, some familiarity with karate.
He's got a bit of a proficiency with it, but nothing,
Right.
When he... Compared to the person he's sharing the screen with, it is incredibly noticeable.
Throughout the whole movie, I just kept going, cut back to Cynthia.
Yeah.
What's she doing right now?
Why does her character get almost no screen time?
I know.
I don't understand.
Let me tell you this, though. There is a sequel to this movie. Martial Law 2, Undercover. Cynthia's back. Chad McQueen is not.
Great. Sounds perfect.
Better actual professional martial artist Jeff Wincott takes over his character, but much bigger role for Cynthia, and they get a much better martial artist to play his part. So we may talk about, and from everything I've heard, Martial Law 2 is way better.
Great, man.
I'm in.
Is that it? Yeah, I mean, we could do that on the show.
Oh yeah,
that sounds good.
Yeah, I think we definitely will. Now I very much want to, but also I want to check. I mean, like I said, Now I just want to go watch a bunch of Cynthia Rothrock movies. I'm so in on her.
Exactly. Yeah. I also want to go back and rewatch Steve McQueen films as well.
Yes. Oh man, I know. I was also thinking about that. I'm like, I should watch Bullet again. That's awesome.
Yeah. I haven't seen any of his films in so long. So,
yeah. It's like, oh fuck. Those out. I've got that Criterion of Great Escape. Maybe I should pull that. Yeah, it's like, right. Yeah, because he was just so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Here's something I noticed, because as you know, I go through the. By the way, as I go through the reviews, most of the reviews echo our sentiments that there's not enough Cynthia Rothrock in this movie, and that she's the best part of the movie. But a lot of them point out Chad McQueen's physicality in this movie, specifically the kind of shape he's in. Did you notice that he was not in peak? I didn't get this. They were always talking about how paunchy he is. I didn't really get that vibe from him.
No, not really. I mean, he's not like.
I mean, maybe
he's not like Bruce Lee sculpted, but like he's a big dude. You know, like that's not.
I didn't get. He seemed big and tough, not overweight. But to be fair, I guess we have seen Steven Seagal movies, so
yeah, that's true. I mean, by comparison, But like, I would say that he was at least in decent enough shape to do his like many of his own stunts.
Yeah,
so,
he looked fine. I thought
he looked fine. Yeah. That wasn't noticeable.
We also have another legend of kung fu cinema, David Carradine, in this movie.
Yeah. David Carradine in this film. He is a great actor.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like most of his fight scenes were stunt doubles. Did you get that impression?
Yeah, I was kind of shocked because David Carradine, we're going to talk about him again in a few weeks in one of my favorite martial arts movies of the 80s, Lone Wolf McQuade, where a lot of it is him and Chuck Norris fighting, and it's the real deal, the two of them fighting. I was kind of I don't know if this was just laziness on his part, because it's one of those things where it's like, I know you can do it, David Carradine.
Right.
I've seen you in other martial arts movies, and obviously how many episodes of Kung Fu where he had to do a ton of this shit.
Yeah.
Though, I mean, obviously we know the history of the show Kung Fu is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Because when you go like, oh shit, yeah, this was supposed to be Bruce Lee. Oh, that would have been so much better.
Yes, it would have, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, even Carradine did okay. But yeah, he seemed. I mean, and this is also brought up in the reviews. He is definitely the best actor in the movie, without question.
Yeah.
But yeah, it did seem like he was a little sleepy in what he was doing, and then was not doing a lot of stuff.
He was it definitely felt phoned in, you know.
It's definitely like, I know what this shit is. I'm not bringing my A game.
Right. And I really appreciated the reason why it's so obvious that it's a stunt double is because the wig that they put on the stunt double was so bad.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
So bad.
That it was blaringly obvious. And I don't always notice when it's a stunt double, but like it was so obvious. It's very funny.
The other actor who I want to talk about before we get into the nitty-gritty of the movie here is Philip Tan.
Yes, wasn't that the if I'm not mistaken, that was also the actually no. Let me just make sure I'm thinking of the right person.
He is David Carradine's primary henchman in the movie.
Yes, and he also was the stunt coordinator.
Yes,
for this film,
and stunt coordinator on many movies.
Like a lot of legit films. This
really guy
impressed.
Is like one of the best stunt coordinators and fight choreographers in Hollywood.
Yeah,
there's no question about it. This guy rules. He did stunts for 24, the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. He's worked with Jackie Chan a number of times.
Oh yeah.
He did Olympus Has Fallen, which is a cool action movie. He's got, I don't know, 20 movies that are in various states of production right now that he's working on. So he's still one of the most. I mean, he did Inception, for God's sakes. That Joseph Gordon-Levitt fight scene with the room turning rules.
Brilliant.
Is one of my favorite, probably one of my favorite fights in movie history. Really, like that is such an incredibly cool fight scene. Yeah. Philip Tan is great, and I actually let me tell you one thing, which I was reading this in the trivia here. There's not a whole lot of trivia about this movie.
Yeah.
But originally, I see here that they considered they originally wanted John Saxon for the role of Dalton Rhodes, which is the villain of this movie, David Carradine. John Saxon from Enter the Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And then it says, and Brandon Lee, son of Bruce Lee. And I thought, for the lead, he would have been better. No, they wanted him for this henchman guy. I'm like, fuck that. It should have been him and Cynthia
the main
Rothrock.
Character.
That movie would have been infinitely better. If this was Brandon Lee and Cynthia Rothrock, hell yeah.
Hell yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, this movie came out in 1990. It looks like it came out in 1982.
I know. It's really, it shows you how much the 80s are. I guess maybe they shot in 89, but this movie is so 80s, and I kept having to remind myself, it's 80s. 90. Because the fashion, the looks, the set design, the lighting, the music, the titles, the opening
Batman movie came out before this film.
Yeah, I know.
Which is startling.
I know, right? Yeah. we always like to remind people of the historical context of what's going on in film at the time.
Yeah.
This is going to come as a shock to you, I know, Lisman. This movie never did see a theatrical release.
Oh man, shit.
Martial Law. Yes, this is it's the 1990, as we said. Let's talk about this movie.
Yep.
It opens up. It opens up the way. I feel like a lot of these renegade cop movies open up, right? With a hostage situation. In fact, this whole opening reminds me of one of my favorite renegade cop movies of the 80s, Cobra, with Sylvester Stallone, where there's a hostage situation and we got to call in the one renegade who can handle it. And so, yeah, we have we have three guys who are holding hostages in a jewelry store.
Mm-hmm. With varying lengths of mullet.
Yeah, they all have mullets. That's a given.
There's a lot of mullets in this film.
There's a ton of mullets.
Like a lot. Yeah.
And we'll definitely talk about what Cynthia Rothrock's hair looks like, which is I don't know fully how to describe it, but so they're holding these people hostage. My favorite character in this scene is the manager of the jewelry store, who says, "Can't we just open up and blast these guys?" And the police chief or whatever is like, "Your employees are in there." He's like, "I don't give a fuck."
I mean, it's a fairly realistic interpretation, I think.
Just shoot everybody, man.
Yeah. I don't care. I could just get new employees. Whatever.
Come on, man. Yeah, just kill these sons of bitches. And it's a rare example of a police character being like, "Calm down. We're not going to use violence.
We're not going to use excessive force and kill hostages."
Yeah, I wish more cops were like this guy. But what they've asked for is two large pizzas, two large special pizzas, whatever that means.
John. Pizzagate. It's all connected.
Special pizzas. Wink, wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
Yeah, we all know what we're talking about. Come on, people. Wake up, sheeple. They're like, first we're gonna eat. I love the leader of the gang too, because he's like,
yeah,
first we're gonna eat these pizzas, then we're gonna
step one.
Yeah, then there's gonna be $1 million waiting for us in a helicopter, because I guess that's what they've asked for as well, is $1 million in a waiting helicopter. Which, in the history of any country, I'm not even just gonna say America, have you ever heard about hostage takers getting away in a plane or helicopter? Like, they will ask for that. It never happens.
Nope, never does.
Because why would it? No one would let that happen.
Nope.
They always surrender or end up getting shot either at the thing. Also, the way these guys are walking around, they could mow these guys down because they're not even holding hostages. They're not openly walking in front of the window. The police snipers could just take them down 1, 2, 3 without any incident.
Yeah, very easily. They're not hiding behind cover. They're not.
The lights are on.
The lights are on. Yeah.
But anyway, Up drives specifically. This company paid to be in this movie.
Yes, they
Domino's Pizza.
Yeah.
Pulls up a Domino's Pizza, which as a kid I had a real romanticization of Domino's because they also paid to be the pizza in the Ninja Turtles movies.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true.
So I really had like Domino's. What do I want, Mom? I want It worked on me as a little kid. We want Domino's Pizza because that's what the turtles eat. And then my parents were always like, "That's shit pizza, so we're not going to order that."
So we're going to go to Round Table. Much better.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, in the town we grew up in, Round Table was
the place to go for. Yeah.
We spent a lot.
I
of
will
time.
say better than Domino's.
Sure.
Yeah.
But so yeah, up comes a pizza delivery, and this pizza driver gets out, and we'll find out this is no regular pizza driver though. This is Martial Law himself.
Yeah, I was a little confused as to why they were having the pizza guy deliver the pizza to the terrace and go in there, and then obviously they pulled the old switcheroo on me.
It turns out this is Detective Sean Thompson, better known to the police department as Martial Law. I just love the idea of he is the martial arts cop.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Every department has one. Every department has an explosives expert, has a martial arts expert, has a sniper.
Yeah.
Has it's got all the
Bring in our martial arts guy. I love that idea.
the sound effects guy. There's always one. There's always a Winslow somewhere.
Hey man, he got him out of a lot of jams in that Police Academy franchise.
He sure did.
By the way, Chad McQueen, as I said, was in the Karate Kid movies. He is, as far as I know, the only actor from those movies who has not come back in Cobra Kai. Has actively refused to return to his role. To which I'm like, what are you doing? That's okay.
What? Chad McQueen is busy, okay?
Yeah. Elizabeth Shue found time to do like 3 episodes, but nah, man.
What is Chad McQueen doing now? That's my question.
Well, that is what I looked him up, right? And I said he became a professional race car driver, but then he was in an accident that ended his racing career several years ago. So I have no idea what he's currently up to. I imagine he probably inherited a fair amount of money from his father. I would think so. He owns McQueen Racing, which partners with leaders in the motorcycle and custom car industry towards development of high-performance, limited edition custom cars, motorcycles, and accessories.
Okay, he owns a business.
Yeah,
that takes a lot of time. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he is. He is currently married. Okay, good.
Good for him.
And if you squint, he looks like his father,
but not like exactly like.
No,
his
it's
father.
like a passing resemblance where you're like,
yeah.
It's more, but he looks like his father in the way that when you hear he's Steve McQueen's son, you're like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
see it.
Which is why I didn't immediately recognize him as the main character of this movie.
Right. Yeah. I will say also, he doesn't look like he does in Karate Kid, where he has crazy, like, platinum blonde bleached hair. So, anyway, here he goes in to deliver them these pizzas, but he's about to deliver them a whole lot more than pizza. Which, by the way, were you shocked that this movie really doesn't have any one-liners in it?
There was no one-liners,
I
John.
couldn't believe it. This movie screams to have one-liners.
Yeah.
Because right off the bat, when he takes it, because he just fucking lays these 3 dudes out.
Oh, yeah.
Then, because he just wrecks these guys. Because he gives them the pizzas and he goes, how about a tip? And one of these guys takes the gum out of his mouth and puts it on his shirt and goes, there's your tip. We're scumbags.
Hey, we could do.
And then he just fucking destroys these guys.
Yeah.
And one of the final one, the leader of the group, he throws out the front window of this jewelry place.
I thought he back kicked him or something.
That's maybe what he is. Yeah, he ends up back kicking him out the window of the place just because it's I'm still gonna call it an 80s action movie even though it's 90.
It essentially is.
A guy's got to go through like a plate glass window. That's just the rule.
Yeah.
And then the manager of the jewelry store is all pissed. But I thought just a second ago you were asking everybody to unload into this place. This is actually way less damage than that would have incurred.
Do you think he just wanted his employees to die? That's really all he was hoping for?
Even after these guys go, I don't know, fire a couple shots in still, boys. Let's make sure.
I don't know. They could be in on it. Maybe we should take him out just in case.
Yeah. So, this is the first one where he says a guy comes, one of the cops goes, he goes, I guess that's another win for martial law.
I don't know what kind of fugue state I was in to not notice every mention of this, the name of this movie in this movie.
They say it like 8 or 9 times probably throughout the movie.
John, I don't understand. What movie did I watch?
Yeah. Hey, martial law. So we go from this opening fight sequence to, boy, it feels like the 80s when we're doing this driving montage over opening titles. Martial law.
Yeah, the music in this sequence, and then also the band that's playing at the nightclub. It's just
the rock club they go to is great.
Oh my god!
The other thing I kept thinking about this, and this opening title sequence really felt it, and a lot of it is the budget, right, and the way this is shot.
Right.
This seems like the pilot for a show more than a movie, almost.
Does, yeah, it definitely does.
This almost feels, I mean, because this could have been a show. There actually was a TV show called Martial Law. It doesn't have anything to do with this, but it was about a martial arts fighting cop.
Huh, well, there you go.
That was a show.
Did that come out before or after this movie?
You know, let me look up that show, because I remember, I think it was after this, because I remember watching it as a kid. Because I watched anything where people were kicking. Yeah, 1998. Yeah, so yeah, definitely when I was a kid.
Gotcha. So then somebody saw this movie and was like, "This could be better."
Pretty well. Number one, it's an actual Chinese guy who's the star of it. That's Chinese law officer and martial arts expert who comes to Los Angeles in search of a colleague and remains in the United States. That's the thing. He's a Chinese cop who comes to L.A. and starts using his kung fu.
Cool.
It actually stars many Asian actors, believe it or not. Yeah. Sammo Hung, do you know him?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
He was the star of that.
Oh, cool. Oh, okay.
It was. I mean, I haven't seen it since I was a kid, but I remember liking it because I liked cop shows and I liked kung fu. So here was a show where the guy was using kung fu to solve crimes. Perfect. But yeah, Sammo Hung, a legitimate legend of Chinese filmmaking, was the star of that. It was really cool. I can only imagine it's better than this, even if it's not as good as I remember it. Just having Sammo Hung, number one, is a great. I wish Cynthia Rothrock was in it.
He was in the show?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Well, no. I said I wish she was in it. She wasn't.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. But I'm saying that would have been cool because she would have fit in.
Yeah.
No, you have Arsenio Hall as his partner, who's cracking wise. It's a little bit like Rush Hour. Now that I think about it, Rush Hour is kind of a ripoff of this. That's bizarre.
It's
now
just
that
like
I think about it.
It's the.
Oh, it's interesting. Now I'm just reading about the history of that, and I will stop right after this. But originally, it was developed as a vehicle for Jackie Chan.
Oh,
because the show Martial Law. Carlton Cuse, who's actually a TV writer I like a lot, had seen Super Cop and said, "Hey, this could be a show."
Yeah.
And then they contacted Jackie Chan. He's like, he's not gonna do a fucking TV show. I wish he would do a TV show.
Yeah.
But Sammo Hung, who was a friend of Jackie Chan's, ended up then doing it. So
yeah,
because he's in a lot of Jackie's movies.
Yeah.
And a bunch. I mean, if you have any interest in Chinese cinema, you've seen Sammo Hung. He's just in everything.
Isn't he in? He's in Ip Man 2, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those movies, by the way, if you want to see great martial arts, the Ip Man movies, all four of them are awesome. Are really really good, and they're all on Netflix, which is great. So you can watch everybody. Watch them. Anyway, yes, we have this. The most random scene in this movie. Do you know what I'm going to talk about? Which is after this opening title sequence, we just cut to these two patrol officers sitting in their cruiser, and they're having a conversation. And one guy goes, so my wife comes to me the other night, and she says she needs money for birth control pills. And the guy's like, yeah, what's wrong with that? And he's like, I had a vasectomy 2 years ago. Oh boy, that exact conversation happens just as an interlude before this car chase starts with these two guys, because then immediately this Porsche speeds by them and they take off after it. But this is my favorite thing in movies, and also it is my favorite dialogue to write as a screenwriter, is interstitial dialogue, just to establish that we're not cutting directly to action, but two random side characters having a conversation. And I laughed so hard at that.
It was very funny, yes.
Because it was number one, it was like a legitimately good joke structure.
Right.
And it comes out of nowhere with two characters who have nothing to do in the movie.
And they pretty much aren't seen again after this sequence.
Nope.
As far as I can tell.
No, I don't believe so. They are just two random uniform officers who have this car chase here.
See, that's the kind of role I would like to have in a Hollywood film. You know what I mean?
This could have been us, man. We could have been these
exactly.
cops.
Yeah.
Please,
you and I.
Hollywood. We want to. God, get us in like John Wick or something like that. Just as two random dudes who have a conversation.
Like the two dudes who are not actually part of the assassination secret society or whatever.
Hey, yeah. Wow, it's sure is some crazy weather we're having out here, am I right? Oh, what was that?
Oh, I think that's that John Wick fella. I've heard
Oh,
so much about in the newspapers.
I keep reading. Yeah, that's what we need to be. We need to be in a Fast and the Furious movie going, why, look at that car, it's flying through the air.
He made that car do that.
Oh, boy.
You ever seen a car do that before?
And we will not negotiate. We will be doing those voices. We
It's
do not
essential.
take notes.
We do not take notes.
We have full script approval, at least for the one scene we're in.
Yeah. We will be in a completely different location, but it'll just cut to us very quickly.
They have to come film us wherever we are.
Exactly.
Yeah. They come to our homes and film us.
So we dictate
put
where
put a
this
green
film
screen
takes
behind
place.
us. Put
Exactly.
us wherever Vin Diesel's jumping his car this time, and we'll be there.
Yeah,
going,
exactly.
Oh no!
And there'll be a sequence of us being green screened to be standing next to Vin Diesel. Like we're part of his family.
And we just keep pointing him, going like, "This guy right here, am I right?"
That is a crazy motherfucker right here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, with Dom's cousins from Jersey. Oh, I know he's canonically from Los Angeles, but whatever. We were the Jersey cousins. Oh, we'd be great in that new Sopranos movie coming out.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
boy.
it's not too late, right?
Yeah,
it's not too late.
Green screen us in. This Tony Soprano, am I right?
Oh my God, is that Tony? I love Tony.
Tony, great guy, Tony Soprano. I think he's gonna be the boss someday. We know the show in the context of this prequel. Oh, watch out, Tony! He's gonna try to kill you in 30 years.
I got a good feeling about this guy. Yeah.
And we look into the camera and nod and wink. Yeah, that's right. You saw The Sopranos. Good show. So anyway, this car chase happens. It's a pretty forgettable car chase, but it ends up.
Car chases are very rarely good in these movies. I've noticed.
Just don't have the money. It feels like.
Yeah, it's really hard to make a good car chase without having a budget.
You need a big crew and time to do those.
Is there a good example of like a low budget film with like a pretty exciting car chase that you can think of?
Not
really
low budget.
Yeah.
Because even like John Wick doesn't really get into car chases a little bit in the
It
first.
does.
It
And
does.
I would say the car chases are pretty good in the
in the
John
second
Wick
one, when
movies.
they have a lot more money, though, they get way better. Obviously.
Yes.
The thing comes to mind that I feel like is not a high budgeted film, but is one of my favorite car movies is Drive, which is definitely more in the indie vein, but certainly way more expensive than a lot of the stuff we talk about.
Or what about how expensive was Baby Driver?
Yeah, that's another thing where that's kind of like
It's like mid.
These are like mid-budgeted films, and you can do that because even like the first Fast and the Furious was a B-level studio movie.
Yeah, yeah.
And the car chases in that first one are great. I mean that's kind of that franchise's whole thing. But generally, I do think of car chases as a big budget thing.
Yeah, because a lot of these are just like cars driving kind of fast, and then it's just going around corners.
Yeah,
and it's just
do you
they're
remember
always
the one
too
car
long.
stunt we ever did was like we just had a car turn real fast. One of our
Yes,
it was just
in like a gravel parking lot.
yeah,
I think.
yeah. It was just a car driving one way in the gravel parking lot, and then it turned real fast and drove the other way, and we were like, "Fuck yeah,
Yeah.
car stunt." Oh man,
Yeah,
I'm so glad
the
we
car
didn't try
cha-
to do more.
Oh, thank God. Yeah.
We
The
would've been
car
dead.
chase in this movie was it was pretty much on par with that. So
Basically, yeah, this police car chases this Porsche, and then a guy dives out of the Porsche.
yes.
And
I will say the cars in this movie are really really nice cars in this movie.
They are because just parked cars are very key
Yeah.
to the plot of this movie.
Yes.
I don't fully know why, but
I don't know. People like cars.
yeah, boy, it's just like, well, because it's just like, what is David Carradine doing with the cars?
I mean, it's not clear. I imagine this is like the prequel to Gone in 60 Seconds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good car chase movie. Great Chris Eccleston, bad guy in that.
Oh, that is him.
He-
Fuck, I gotta
he's
go
the
back
guy
and
who
watch
needs
that
all
movie.
those cars. It's cool. I actually rewatched it pretty recently. It's a really fun movie.
Yeah.
But once again, high budget. Also, we should mention Chad McQueen's father participates in maybe the greatest car chase in the history of film in Bullet.
Yes.
Easily one of, if not, easily top 5 and maybe arguably the best ever. Because that sequence is incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, once again, just go back and watch Steve McQueen's movies. The man was incredible.
Yes.
And did all of his own driving, too, which is saying something. Anyway,
This movie.
The guy who gets thrown out of the car, we come to find is Michael Thompson, the fuck-up brother of Sean Marshall Law Thompson.
Very strange. I actually know somebody, an actor named Michael Thompson, who I went to school with. So it was very. I was just like, oh god, this is strange. Although I don't really like whenever there's a character named Michael in a movie. It just weirds me out. I don't know.
Yeah, when I hear my own name in any context, it's not somebody referring to me. It's weird.
Yeah, and we have very common names.
Yes,
so
you and I, we
run
hear our
into this
names a lot. There's a lot of Michaels and Johns out there.
Yeah.
This is the only film this actor was ever in. And
I was going to guess that.
Andy McCutcheon, who plays Michael, this is his only film appearance.
Yeah.
I have no information
that was
about
apparent.
him. Yeah,
was
he
definitely
seemed
apparent.
a little amateurish.
Yeah. And also, how old is this character supposed to be?
Anywhere from 15 to 30, right? Like,
Exactly. Because they're
he's-
treating him like he's a teenager, but he's very clearly a 30-year-old man. So, it's,
that because he's just like, whatever. Where were you? You're the good brother. I'm the bad brother. I didn't have a chance. He's just whining the entire film.
Yeah, I applauded when he died in the movie.
Well, and I
you
will
know?
also say, the second he's introduced as the brother and is in with bad people, start the countdown till he dies.
Yep.
This guy is 100% dead because then that will spur on the vengeance of the main character.
Yes, it will.
And he lives longer than I expected him to. Let me just say that.
I think he, well over an hour in is when he dies. It's really.
So they call Sean, and it's like, hey, we pulled in your brother tonight, whatever. It's a classic thing where it's like, thanks for doing me a favor and not booking him. I don't know why everybody sounds like this in the movie to me.
They do now.
Yeah. But they're just like, oh, thanks for not booking him and, whatever. And then he's, because clearly, I guess we're to assume he's had troubles before the brother.
Why not?
Because Sean wants to know what he was doing. He's like, I was just, this is my voice for Michael in the movie. He goes, I was just hitchhiking and this guy picked me up and then he was in the car chase. And Sean's like, okay, that better be true. And he keeps saying, because Mom keeps calling me. Oh my God, when we get to the mother in this movie. Why is she such a major character in this thing? But he goes, you got Mom worried sick. She's calling me all the time, wanting to know where you are. Now you're arrested. I was just hitchhiking, I swears.
I was just a victim of circumstance.
That's basically what he said. I was just hitchhiking.
Things seem to keep happening around me, but they do. I got the worst luck in the world.
That's basically what it is. And he goes, all right. Well, I got to go lead a karate class now.
I have no reason to believe you, but I will.
Yeah, he basically does. Because we go to the karate. Is the brothers in the karate? Because the brother also knows martial arts.
Well, martial arts, it's a genetic trait, John.
Well, also we should just state this as a blanket statement. Basically, every character in this movie knows martial arts.
I think there's maybe one character in the entire film that doesn't know martial arts, and it is the crazy black guy.
The guy, the one guy who's like, I am going for it in this movie.
This is like one of two people of color in this film,
and he is a crazed drug dealer.
Yeah.
And as far as we know, the elderly mother does not know martial arts. As far as we know.
Yeah, that's true.
But both of her sons.
Where do you think they learned it?
I know.
Maybe they learned it from her. We don't know.
I would have loved that. All those scenes were cut, unfortunately. So he's leading the karate class. We established the brother also knows karate. You get the sense that people know martial arts in this movie. They're really what I love is this movie goes out of its way to indicate, this is why everyone knows martial arts, because martial law teaches martial arts.
Yes.
And one of his students is also his girlfriend / partner, which is Cynthia Rothrock.
Yep.
Then David Carradine has an evil dojo that he teaches people martial arts and gets them to do crime. Yeah, I'm
so disappointed in this film for not having the two dojos fight each other.
Yeah.
Like what? How do you have two separate dojos where one is good and one is evil, and they don't fight each other like a Bruce Lee film? Like, what's the point?
I know. I kept waiting for that too, because we keep cutting back and forth between these two dojos. Anyway, we come to find that the leader of the evil dojo is David Carradine playing. You know he's bad because what was his name? It's Dalton Rhodes. Yeah. Dojo owner / criminal. And he's real mad at Michael because he screwed up whatever that. Were they stealing cars? That's what they were trying to do.
I think so. Yeah.
That Porsche. Well, here's the thing that gets me about Dalton Rhodes' criminal enterprise. He's dealing in stolen cars. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's also dealing guns because he's dealing to some colonel in the movie, and they have crates of weapons.
Oh, fuck. I completely forgot that.
Yeah, because it doesn't really matter.
No. I totally just assumed it was just Grand Theft Auto, but yeah, I suppose it's
the guns are such an afterthought.
Well, in this movie, nobody uses guns.
No, I mean a few people are shot, but basically, people do not use guns. Now, certainly none of our heroes ever use their guns beyond shooting them in the air to get people to stop.
Yes,
and David Carradine shoots a couple people.
That's true.
But
he also killed people in another way.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
We shall get there. David Carradine is very upset with the brother, but they bring in the other guy. And the whole time he's talking to him, he's twirling this bow staff. And
I thought it was a pool cue.
But
he's using it as if it's a pool.
Yeah, I couldn't tell what it was exactly. But he's twirling it in his hands threateningly. And the guy's like, please, you gotta give me another chance. He's slowly turning into Roger Rabbit. Please. David Carradine's like, you really fucked up. You really disappointed me, not getting that Porsche. And they bring in the other guy. He's like, yeah, that's right. He bailed on it, not me. And then David Carradine slams this into the guy's balls.
Yes.
It's a borderline Rostov balls off moment.
It's so close. Yeah.
It's more of a ball shattering than a balls off moment.
Exactly.
But I have to imagine this guy's testicles are dust now.
Yeah. Yes. They're squash grapes at this point.
Yeah. And this guy, of course, takes to the ground. And then, once again, he's like, I like you, Michael. And then he just jams this into the guy's forehead.
which is not
into the other
that
guy's
wouldn't-
forehead.
yeah, that wouldn't do that, right? Like if it's
don't
a
think
bow
so.
staff, I think it would break. I mean, it would certainly like do some serious damage. It wouldn't.
It's a kill
Kill
shot
him
as
in
far
the
as
wa-
this movie's concerned.
Right, exactly. Yeah,
Because it's just
very
sort of like
strange.
right at like the bridge of his nose.
Yeah, and then you see the corpse of this person later, and he has a hole in it in his forehead.
Yeah, he literally like impales this wooden stick into the guy's head.
Yeah, that's
I
not.
don't think that's how that would work.
Can I also ask you a question, John?
Sure.
Seeing as you're, highly involved in the creation of this film.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. Why does David Carradine's character like Michael so much that he gives him so many opportunities to prove himself? Even though it should be common knowledge that his brother is a police officer. Like what? Why does
That
he
is
keep-
very inconsistent throughout the movie, by the way, too.
It's so strange.
Because
like
also later
many-
they should recognize Sean
Yeah.
as his cop brother, but they don't, and that doesn't make any
No.
sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
No.
And this is one of
I was
many
gonna say,
times.
very unclear on your question. I have absolutely no idea why he's giving this guy a million chances, other than the script says so.
Yeah. Why didn't he just die? They could have just killed off his character at the beginning of the movie.
And then
And
had
then-
the whole Crusade of Vengeance
Yeah.
from the start.
Yeah.
No, instead,
like Black Dynamite.
well, Black Dynamite is a perfect film, though.
Yeah,
We've
exactly.
established it.
Yeah.
That movie is a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Told you not to interrupt me when I'm doing my kung fu. We're gonna get to him, by the way. Michael J. White has a lot of straight-to-video B movies. so-
yes.
and he
Yes,
is
yes,
an actual
yes.
martial arts expert in real life. So
Yes.
we will get to see
I
him.
love him so much.
I love Michael J. White, and a guy with a lot of personality, which is not always the case with these people.
Yeah.
Because he's about the only one I can think of who would actually pull off something like Black Dynamite.
Yeah.
These guys aren't often known for their comedy. Chad McQueen can barely even do drama here. So, so yes, David Carradine murders this guy in front of him, and then
Yep.
it's like, that be a lesson to you. Don't fuck up again. And then you see them yanking this guy's body out of the out of David Carradine's office.
He does fuck up again. I'm
Yep.
just so confused, John.
And then he gives him another chance after that.
Yes.
And then I think he gives him one more chance after that before he kills him.
Yeah.
So yeah, we then we finally get to Cynthia Rothrock, who is
I know. It's so long into the movie before she's even introduced.
Yeah, well, because we watched this. Although, I mean, if you look at the poster on IMDb, which clearly I think came later on a video release,
It must have, yeah.
it's just her basically, with everybody else
which-
sort of faded behind her.
I was assuming she was the protagonist.
I thought so too. I thought this was. I mean, she was definitely the breakout of this movie, and
Yeah.
got a bunch of other movies from it and stuff like that. And I see why. She's amazing.
She is amazing.
And yes, we established this running thing with her that she needs money, so she keeps taking double shifts.
Oh yeah, they never really paid that off, did they?
No, but that's the whole thing where he's like, I don't understand. Why can't you stay here with me? She's like, I got to work another double. I need money. It seems to just. I think this movie thinks that's character development.
I guess, but
Just-
they didn't explore it at all.
You would think that would be like somebody would offer her a bribe at some point, and she would be tempted to maybe join the bad
Yeah.
guys, but then something like
Yeah.
that, where they go like,
She's-
we know you have money troubles. You need to do this for us.
they really don't give her anything to do as far as like acting.
God,
Obviously, she has a lot of great fight scenes, but like, yeah, they
Oh,
don't
yeah.
give her anything to
She's
do.
just his supportive girlfriend /
Yes,
fellow officer, and eventually becomes his partner.
right.
So she's pulling a double, and that is when they find this guy's corpse in a dumpster with the hole in his head from the wooden blunt instrument that was apparently driven into his brain.
I mean, maybe David Carradine is just that good, you know?
I guess that's what we're to think. I mean, he certainly is later with his patented technique there.
That comes up I can't believe. Do you think that Tarantino is specifically referencing this film? Because
I thought about
it's not quite the same thing, but it's basically the
the
same thing.
5-point exploding heart palm
Heart
technique.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
It's so
I mean,
funny. I loved it.
Tarantino's seen this movie. That's a
Oh, of
given.
course.
Yeah.
This is 100% up his alley.
Yeah, exactly. And we know he loves David Carradine, so.
Yep, obviously.
By the way, don't Google David Carradine. That didn't end well.
Yeah. I mean, I do know how he died.
Yeah, everybody does, I think, and it's
Yeah.
unfortunate that that's how
Yeah.
this legendary actor went out.
Yeah.
Did you know his agent tried to get a theory out that he was murdered by ninjas and it was made to look like that? As he ran afoul of people in the dark martial arts?
I mean, that would be better.
But it's also like,
But-
dude, that's the plot of one of his movies. That's not the
Yeah.
real guy.
Literally nobody would buy that.
Murdered by ninjas. Yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah.
So anyway, they find out that the prints on the guy, because we can just skip over any kind of detective work in this movie. There's not really much detective work in the film.
It's really just a loose frame.
The police
for the
know this was
action.
the driver of the guy in the Porsche
Yeah.
that the brother was in. This is then the scene where we are introduced to, a real standout in this movie, Faster Brown. This is Vincent Craig Dupree. What a name. Who plays Faster Brown. I know him from Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, which, spoiler alert, he plays a boxer in that movie who attempts to box Jason Voorhees, and Jason Voorhees punches the man's head off. It is one of the best parts of that movie. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it does not go well for him in that.
No.
In fact, actually, that was the movie he made right before this. He's coming off of Jason Takes Manhattan into this movie.
Okay.
Not much of an acting career from this guy. It wraps up pretty soon.
Once again, I noticed.
He has a picture on his IMDb of him like in a dress shirt and a tie holding a gun, like playing a police detective, but it is not from anything.
No, it's just his headshot.
Yeah, these shots, there's a few of these shots where he's playing like a cop type character with a gun, and it's clearly just, in fact, I think a lot of these photos on his IMDb are just photos of him. Well, there he is punching Jason though.
Oh, nice. Is there one of him with like a stethoscope?
No, I wish. No. But yeah, there's two of him as a cop, and you're just like, oh, dude, you took those photos yourself. Has that ever gotten anyone work, by the way? Because I will say, in the few things I've worked on where I've actually been casting, anyone who's come in a costume, anyone who has a picture like that, I immediately roll my eyes at.
Yes. What I have heard is that a lot of people have tried it, and it pretty much has not worked for anybody.
I was casting for something one time, and it was a Western, and the guy came in a full cowboy outfit, and all of us were that we're not going to put this guy in.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. He came in like a kid's costume party, Party City cowboy costume.
Party City, yeah.
He had the vest and the little hat that was too small for him, and he had the cap guns, and we're just like,
chaps, John. You have assless chaps.
yeah,
my question.
yeah, oh yeah,
Okay.
he did. Yeah, of course he did.
I mean, not to give away how the sausage was made, but this is how John and I met. Actually,
Yes,
I was that actor.
Listman was that actor. No, you came in on that movie, and I don't remember you wearing a costume.
Yeah, weird. Yes.
You just came in as yourself, believe it or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't do that. Actors out there, don't put on the costumes.
Yeah, don't do that.
Style your hair, create somewhat of an image for yourself. That's all fine.
Yeah.
Actual costumes, if you're playing an upscale character, you can put on a tie. That's fine.
Sure.
But anything that verges into the cartoonish. I did a thing one time where I was casting for a detective character, and a guy came in, and he had like a plastic police badge on. And I just thought, what?
Why?
Yeah.
It doesn't even look good.
Mm-mm.
Just like
Once again, it was
wear a
like a
suit and tie.
dollar store party favor, you know?
Yeah. Don't
Yeah.
waste your money on that.
Yeah. It's just like, well, you know, one guy had a badge on. We should probably cast him. He seemed the most like a
You know
cop.
what? I don't know why. I can't quite put my finger on it, but for some reason I'm thinking cop when I think him.
Yeah.
And I can't figure it out, but we
Yeah.
should probably cast him. Yeah.
Yeah, there are sorts of stories like that where you're like, Jesus Christ. Sometimes people sound scary in these stories, you know? So anyway, back to this movie. Here he comes, though, Faster Brown. And he comes rolling up on David Carradine as he comes out of his evil dojo. And he's like, hey, man, I got information for you, which he basically says the whole movie.
Yeah.
That's his whole thing is, I've got some information you need to know. And the whole time he's doing this like, he's jittering around. I don't know, is he trying to play him like he's hopped up or something?
That's the impression that I got. Although they refer to him as crazy.
Yes.
But
I
I'm
actually
not
wrote
getting
this
any-
down. One of the cops describes him later and says, this guy is so crazy, I can hear the voices in his head.
Yeah.
I wrote that down because
I
at
don't-
that point I thought there still were going to be one-liners in this movie, and that one I had, but
Yeah. but no.
that's about it.
Yeah. But the impression I doubt that this man was going for anything specifically, but what I gleaned from his performance was some sort of drug use.
Yeah.
I think that's what is at least being conveyed on the
I
screen.
will say this is very similar to the energy he has in Jason Takes Manhattan. This is the same kind of energy he comes up to Jason with when he's going to fight him.
It's his go-to move.
This guy is just way overplaying this character.
Yes.
But compared to some of the dull performances in this movie, like Chad McQueen,
it certainly
it's something.
does stand
it's a
out.
blast of energy. Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose it's not good, but it certainly is at least memorable.
Yeah. And I do like in this moment, he's like one of the goons is like, you got to get away from David Carradine or whatever. Once again, Mr. Rhodes, Dalton Rhodes.
Oh yeah.
You got to get away from him. And Faster Brown busts out a pair of nunchucks. I am happy about the amount.
So hard.
I'm happy about the amount of nunchucks in this movie. I know. It's just like, hey man, don't touch me. I got my nunchucks.
I'm just so glad there was a nunchuck on nunchuck fight in this film. Like,
I'm glad this was Chekhov's nunchucks. They set it up here.
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
do pay it off.
which is great. So often these movies don't, but
No,
I'm
and
glad
also
it actually
we have
happened.
not seen many movies with nunchucks up to this point, and I'm
I know.
I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled.
Shockingly so.
As a
Yeah.
kid who grew up obsessed with the Ninja Turtles, I love me some nunchucks.
Oh yes.
and all the Turtles weapons basically. So yeah, he busts out the nunchucks, and I did write this down because once again at this point I was still thinking there were one-liners in this movie. David Carradine says, "Hey, I see you around here again, and I'll teach you how to use those." Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't get the sense that Faster Brown. We find out that Faster Brown was a student at the Evil Dojo,
Yes.
but has been excommunicated because he's crazy, is what they say.
You could just say he does coke. Like
Yeah.
that. Just say that he does cocaine.
He's bad
you know?
for business, clearly.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, though, the police get a tip that Faster Brown is at this wild rock club. So, Chad McQueen and Cynthia Rothrock, who, by the way, her name is Billy Blake in this, which is a very Marvel Comics name, which I love.
Yes, it is.
She's
yeah.
Billy Blake, and also sounds like even that name sounds like she should be the main character of this.
Yeah.
Billy Blake should be martial law, because the two of them go down to this rock club to.
Mhm.
Are they going to arrest Faster Brown? I don't really know what they're doing here.
It's not clear, John.
Yeah, the police work in the movie is once again anything. A whole movie is just excuse to get to the next fight scene, right?
Right. Yeah.
Because-
which inherently isn't problematic for a action film. You know, I'm willing to excuse a lot for good action.
Me too.
But
And you know, we love kung fu movies, both of us, and they are not known for their tight knit plots.
no.
But this one has a lot of stuff that actively doesn't make sense.
Yes,
Like-
yes. And there's a lot of it. There's like a lot of stuff happening outside of the fight scenes, and
Yeah.
because it's so boring,
That's the thing.
It
where
was just
generally the idea in good kung fu movies is you keep the plot very simple and easy to follow, and just sort of trail from one fight scene to the next, and just kind of go, okay, yeah. I mean, how many movies have we seen where someone's master is murdered and they have to hunt down them? I mean, that's the most common one.
classic. Yeah.
And that's simple, and that's what we're talking about here. If you had killed the brother at the beginning, and then the whole movie was about getting revenge, that'd be great. But instead, it tries to be a police movie, which is where it really falls apart, because the police work doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, they had no interest in looking up what actual police work was, obviously.
No, because they're like, hey, there's a bad guy down at a club. We should be there. And it's like, to
do what?
Yeah. They're like, oh, no, he's there. Yep, he's definitely in there. But yes, this does turn into a giant fight scene in this rock club.
Yeah.
And it's cool because finally we get to see Cynthia Rothrock do her thing. And oh my God, watching this woman kick.
Yeah.
I mean, some of these, and she does a lot of these spin kick, back kicks. Oh, man.
Yeah.
She looks so good, and she makes Chad McQueen look like a chump in every scene.
Yeah.
Who cares what he's doing?
Yeah, there's a lot of kicks in this movie. I believe the choreographer, the stunt coordinator,
Philip Tan,
primarily studied Taekwondo, if I'm not mistaken.
Let me look him up here.
Because there's a lot of kicks in Taekwondo. So
yes, yeah. He was the men's British Taekwondo champion.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this movie is like I even remember when we were recording the last episode that we were really hoping there was at least some kicks in this movie, and I don't think this movie could have delivered more kicks than it did.
It really couldn't.
It is all kicking.
Can I tell you about one of my favorite things Cynthia Rothrock does? Is I love when she gets her leg up and then just does like 1, 2, 3, 4 kicks real fast in a guy's face.
Yeah. That's like a Street Fighter move or something.
Yeah. I love. She does
cool.
that multiple times in this movie, and it rules. Once again, watching her fight, you're just like, oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, one of my favorite fight scenes in this movie, and I don't remember where it is, but she's fighting somebody on a staircase. Like a metal staircase.
That's later, and that is my favorite in the movie.
It's so cool because it
destroys that guy on the staircase, and she's using the metal railing on the staircase and hitting. I also am a big fan of that guy she's fighting too, who is somebody, who is a really good kickboxer. That's another thing too. Is once again we have Philip Tan, as we've talked about. Oftentimes the fights in these movies come down to poor choreography.
Yeah.
More so than necessarily bad fighters. I mean, Future Kick. You have the world's greatest kickboxer, and he's not doing shit. And when he is, it's not good.
It's not.
We
good.
got to cover more Don the Dragon. We
must. He must.
I am looking to see, did Cynthia Rothrock and Don the Dragon do a movie together? Because
that would be
amazing. I'm on the lookout.
Yeah, I really want to get.
Yeah.
I really want to give Don the Dragon Wilson another shot
because we just didn't get it. I'm gonna really research what people think like his best one is, and we'll watch that because Future Kick sounded so good.
It did.
And then, but here, I mean, this is just all eyes are on Cynthia Rothrock. Who the other thing is too that's cool is she's a tiny little. She's like 5 feet tall and a petite little woman, and she's.
I didn't realize she was so short.
I think I read that. Let me see. I was.
It's very
reading
possible.
about her last night. But I mean, she's certainly. Oh, she's 5'3", but still pretty small.
Damn.
She's just little. I mean, just in general, she's also sort of a petite little woman.
Yeah.
And then, oh my God, she's just destroying people. And Chad McQueen takes some people out too, but who cares?
Yeah.
I just wrote down Cynthia spin kicks and kicks to the face.
It's very good.
Yeah. So, and then nothing is accomplished because they don't do this, because getting into giant martial arts fights is not police work.
Believe it or not, no, it's not.
It's actually actively bad police work.
Yeah. but it's great television.
Yeah. I know. I want to watch this each and every week.
Yeah.
So we then cut to David Carradine, who's negotiating a deal with some foreign bad guy. He's got two deals going on. That's the thing that we're talking about that's confusing.
Yeah.
He's dealing to this Chinese guy the cars.
Yeah. Yes.
And then he's dealing to this guy who's only referred to as the Colonel guns. And these two things have nothing to do with each other.
Like, criminal organizations can have multiple, sources of revenue.
But generally in these movies, it helps in terms of tracking the story to see one major deal. Because that's pretty classic action movie structure, as well as we're building up to the big drug deal, the big gun deal, the whatever. And that's going to be the climax of the movie. But here, he's got multiple things going on at once. And you can do that, but you need to
matter.
No, because neither one is baked into the plot at all.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. They're negotiating something about the deal. I don't remember what it is, because who gives a shit? But David Carradine says, because this Chinese guy has this huge henchman with him.
Oh, yeah, right.
And David Carradine's like, I'll tell you what. I challenge, if I can beat your henchman in a fight, whatever, he's gonna pay less money or something. But it has to be a fight to the death. Which is, number one, just be like, no, we're not going to fight to the death. That's not going to happen. No. Or whatever. This guy's gigantic, right? David Carradine is a, normal-sized dude. And so that's the whole thing is like, well, obviously, this guy's going to beat David. Of course, he's not, because we know it's a movie. But But the guy does proceed to beat the shit out of David Carradine.
Yeah, it was not even close. And also, this is like the first scene where it's very evident that David Carradine is not doing any of his own stunts in this film.
Not coming in today.
Yeah. I just don't feel like it.
I didn't look at the but anyway, we'll get through this scene and then I'll talk about, because we didn't look at the filmmakers of this movie.
Oh yeah.
I also didn't read the plot description. I'm sometimes bad about that. Whatever, you get it. They're martial arts cops.
Yeah.
But so this guy beats David Carradine to the ground and he's bloodied and beaten. And you're like, oh shit, David Carradine's getting his ass handed to him. But as this guy comes up for what looks a lot like a William Shatner two-fisted hammer throw.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, it looks like how they train you to fight in Starfleet, which is one of the things I love in Star Trek is other characters fight like that too. People always associate it with Kirk, but Riker fights like that too. And you're like, oh shit, that's just Starfleet training.
Yeah, exactly.
As he's coming to bring down the hammer on him, we go to slow motion, and Carradine, who's on his knees, turns around and not like half. What would you describe this? Does a half fist?
Like a tiger claw.
Yeah, right. And so with the bottom of the palm of his hand, slams into the guy's chest, and the guy drops dead. I mean, the only thing I could say is he punches him in the heart, basically.
He somehow circumnavigates the rib cage and hits, even though I believe the mark was on
right
the
in the
solar
center
plexus,
which
doesn't really make sense. No. It'd be one thing if he was hitting up under the rib cage, which still wouldn't. I mean, who knows?
None of this exists.
None of it makes any goddamn sense. But I was just thinking, this is just the move from Kill Bill.
It's less cool than the one from Kill Bill, because it is one. The Kill Bill is a 5-point. It's just. I mean, leave it to Tarantino to make it way cooler.
Oh yeah, and the fact that you die after you
isn't it? You have to take 5 steps or something like that.
5 steps or something like that. Yeah, that's cool.
I mean, David Carradine that's one of my favorite death scenes in movie history. Actually, the whole lead up. I mean, Kill Bill is amazing. Go watch that. I mean, it's one of my favorites. Yeah. This also reminds me of an episode of Batman the Animated Series. I don't know how well you remember that, but there's an episode with a ninja character who has a certain pressure point kill that Batman has to learn where it is so he can protect the bat suit from it when the guy tries to use it on him.
I do remember that. Yeah,
it's a really good one. Both of the ninja episodes of Batman are awesome.
Yeah,
Batman's fighting a ninja. It doesn't get any better than that.
Exactly.
Have you seen the movie Batman Ninja, the animated movie, where Batman goes back to feudal Japan? It's a Batman time travel story with Samurai Batman. You would really enjoy that, I think.
Okay, what platform can I find
I
this
believe it's on
John?
HBO Max under the DC.
All
Hub.
right. Well, I know what I'm doing
I
after this.
Highly recommend it. There's also like a crazy kabuki take on the Joker in it.
Great. That's
It's very
that sounds
cool.
very
but
good.
like the Batman costume redesigned in samurai armor looks awesome.
wow.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Well worth your time. I really enjoy that.
yeah.
So yeah, Carradine kills this guy, and
Hmm.
not much is made of it. The guy who, this guy's boss, doesn't seem to be too upset that Carradine just exploded his heart.
He's just like, well, what's the deal? So, what are you gonna do?
I don't know. That's
Bet
what
it all in
was.
black, and sometimes you lose.
Then we get what is of the few pieces of story we have here, what I would say is the worst part of the movie, which is the relationship trouble between Sean and Billy. And him being really upset about his brother, and her just going, "Why won't you talk to me?" And you're like, Cynthia Rothrock, I love you. You can't do. Well, I mean, to be fair, the dialogue's terrible, but like, she's not that kind of actress.
No,
And he fucking can't do this shit. Although this
he's not any kind of actor.
No. She at least has charisma in some capacity, But my favorite part of the scene is they're in bed and he gets up and walks into the bathroom and puts a towel around his waist. And then the towel drops and he put it over his boxers. How weird is that? Who does
It was
that?
really weird.
Who
yeah,
does that? I've never...
monsters do, John.
He goes into the bathroom and then comes back out with a towel on. I thought, oh, they're having put the towel on because he's like going to go take a shower. But then he just gets back in bed and drops the towel, and you see that he still had his boxers on. So he just went into the bathroom, put a towel over his boxers for like 30 seconds.
Maybe he just likes the feel of it, John.
I just need this towel on my legs for a little bit.
Maybe he showers with his boxers on. Maybe he's a never nude.
Now you're onto something. There are dozens of them.
Yeah.
I noticed just towel around boxers. Anyway, she's got to get back to work because she's working another double.
Unexplained, but sure. When we watch the second one, I hope that is a continuous. Like, I hope they explain
that
why
she's still working doubles and she needs
because
why she needs the money.
I gotta know. I really gotta know what she needs the money for.
Yeah,
I'm so invested.
Well, we're gonna get more of this relationship, but we're gonna have a different actor as Sean Thompson.
Yeah, fine by me.
Also, it seems like the second one, at least based on what I'm looking at, is built much more around her as the main character.
Good. That is good.
Yeah. So, yeah, that is and like I said, people seem to like that one much more.
Yeah.
So we will at some point we will watch Martial Law 2 Undercover.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. And also having a better, I don't know if he's a better actor, but having a better martial artist in the role of Sean will be better as well. Somebody who can actually look good next to Rothrock.
Yeah.
By the way, Cynthia Rothrock is a badass name too.
Yeah.
That's an action hero
cool
name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I like everything about her. I'm very taken with Cynthia Rothrock.
Yeah, she's awesome.
So, anyway, she goes onto a bust. Because she's
and then
working
the plot of
shift.
Speed Hat starts.
No, she goes to a drug bust. I should indicate.
Oh,
that
I think
T.
you said bust.
Bust.
I'm like, I don't remember there being a bust, but let's roll with it.
Yeah. Then the entire plot of Speed happens in the middle of this movie. And, no, she goes to a bust, which turns into a shootout, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is weird. She gets into a fight with a guy in a bathroom, and he kicks her into one of the stalls where the body of that big guy that David Carradine killed is.
Yeah.
But her drug bust, did that have anything to do with David Carradine?
I think it was just coincidence.
Yeah.
Like, it was very strange because there's no indication that David Carradine's organization is dealing drugs. So, yeah, I think it's just a coincidence.
That's the thing. They seem to just be dealing in cars and guns, and if anything, while they don't say it, the implication seems to be they excluded Faster Brown because he was into drugs.
Right, exactly.
So
it is just coincidence.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal with this is. And also, it doesn't like further the because there's no investigation in this movie. I can't stress how much the movie does not work as a police thriller.
Other than like they keep finding people with like the palm strike mark on their chests, you know. Mm-hmm. But they already found other ones with that, so it's not essential to find.
Well, actually, what it does lead to is there is a scene where, well, first we get the scene establishing David Carradine talking to this colonel who is just a non-character. He's like, I need my guns. And he's like, I'll get them to you.
Colonel Sanders,
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why that's my Colonel Sanders, but that's what came out. You know, we both had the improv training. We know you just got to let what's in your brain come out. And that's what happened when you said Colonel Sanders.
Yeah. You know, you just gotta, you know, speak what your heart wants, you know.
And that's what my heart wanted to do. Chicken. Chicken. I think that was Colonel Sanders in his later years when he was just like, chicken.
When he was sort of losing his mind.
Yeah. Herbs and spices.
Secret recipe. Spices.
I'm going to say it. You better shut me up because I'm going to say a secret recipe. Here it comes.
And that's how he died.
So yeah, then they're looking at the autopsy. This is actually the character I want to be, is this medical examiner going, well, seems like his heart just stopped. And they're like, what, do you have a heart attack? Nope. Well, what, did somebody shoot him? No shooting, no stabbing. What happened? He's like, it seems to have something to do with this giant bruise in the center of his chest. But I mean, once again, even the movie is acknowledging this is insane. Like having this doctor be like, I have absolutely no idea why this man is dead. Yeah. But Sean Marshall Law Thompson, he's seen this before. Yeah. During his time in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
This was a secret technique done by what was it, like an order of monks?
I couldn't even begin to tell you.
When he goes through this whole thing about it was originally created as a healing technique, but then they found out you could use it to kill. To which I'm like, and somehow David Carradine has learned this?
Why not?
Both Chad McQueen and David Carradine have separately, coincidentally, learned this secret, deadly art from a hidden, mysterious group of monks.
Wouldn't it make more sense if they were both from the same monastery?
Isn't that where you thought this was going when he goes, I've seen this before?
That is where I thought this was going.
Oh my God, they trained together or something.
Yeah.
No, it's just like everything in this movie. It's just a coincidence.
Yeah, it's very strange. I really hope the sequel is they explore this secret dark monastery that, you know, utilizes martial arts for lethal purposes.
I'm just going to go ahead and spoil that for you. That's not what happens in the sequel.
God damn it, I don't want to see this anymore,
It looks like bikers are involved in the sequel from the pictures.
Why not?
I see here. Yeah, all right. Hey, Kung Fu Bikers, that sounds kind of cool.
That could be cool.
It'd be like that Simpsons episode where they're literally fighting with the motorcycles as swords.
Wasn't that a reference to Jet Li's The One? Doesn't that happen in that movie?
I think it does. That might have been after that Simpsons episode, though, to be fair. Yeah, he does.
Simpsons did it first.
Yeah, Simpsons did it first, because that's when Homer fights John Goodman, who's the head of the motorcycle gang in that.
Oh.
The Hell's Satans was the name of the motorcycle gang in the Simpsons. We're the Hell's Satans.
That's right.
Very, very funny episode. I love that one. But that's one of my favorite lines, which is this is now just quoting Simpsons, but because the whole thing is that these guys are mad because Homer starts a motorcycle gang, and they're also called the Hell's Satans, and Flanders is in the gang, and he goes, "Well, I move that we change the name to something a little bit more blasphemous." And Mo goes, "Oh, what, like the Christ punches?" To this day, that's one of my favorite Mo lines. What, like the Christ punches?
Uh...
All right. So yes, Sean knows this type of fighting.
I guess.
Yeah, and so with that, the captain goes, "All right, martial law, we're gonna need your special brand of skills on this assignment, because this This is martial arts crime.
That should be the name of a movie.
Martial arts crime? Martial crime.
Yeah.
I just love the idea.
Ooh.
Martial
Yeah,
crime.
martial crime.
How is that? That seems like something our generator would come up with.
It is,
Martial crimes, maybe? Martial crimes.
Ooh, yeah. It should also star Cynthia Rothrock, but she's going undercover.
Well,
Which actually, that's the subtitle of the second.
I was going to say, that might be what we see the next time we visit this franchise.
That's
is
true.
Martial Law
Okay,
2
okay.
Undercover.
That is literally the subtitle.
I think that is
of the
Cynthia
film.
Rothrock Undercover. But Martial
well, never
Crimes
mind.
seems like that's going to be our TNT original series.
Yes.
Martial
yes.
Crimes. Martial Crimes need martial cops. Because they're a division of karate cops.
Yeah.
So anyway, and he goes, well, I'm going to need a partner on this. And the only other person in the department who knows martial arts is Billy. And the captain's like, all right, fine. She can be your partner on this one. So now the two of them are on the case.
Yeah.
Of what?
I
don't even know what's
I don't-
happening. I don't even know what the police are investigating. I mean, obviously people are dead, but...
They know somebody died, and they know
Yeah.
some sort of weird technique from Hong Kong was used.
Mm-hmm.
But that is it. There's no information about car smuggling or drug running or selling of weapons. It's just this one dude was found randomly in a bathroom.
Yeah. So then Sean goes and shakes down just some guy who, I guess he's a guy who used to be a member of an Asian gang because he's got the gang tattoos, but he's like,
Yeah.
I'm not in that life anymore. But don't worry, because like the good cop he is, Sean puts a gun to his head and pulls the hammer back and is like, fucking tell me! And there's one shot of Cynthia Rothrock where she's like, I don't know about and I thought, is this
Yeah.
going to be a thing where it's like he's going too far? No, it's never addressed
No.
again.
No.
Because he's pointing a gun at this witness.
Yeah.
And the guy tells him about David Carradine and that he's in town. Then that guy, he goes, all right, get out of here. And the guy starts to walk away. And then the guy takes a shuriken in the back.
Just like, what is this movie? I also like when they're tailing this guy at the beginning of this scene, and Chad McQueen is just very loudly talking about this guy as they're following him.
Yeah, he used to be in a gang.
Yeah, like really loudly. And then the guy, of course, turns around and notices. It's
The
very
man directly in front of us. That's him.
good. That's the guy we're looking for.
Quiet. We can't let him know we're on to him.
We are undercover.
But I just this really got my attention when all of a sudden the guy turns around and he's got the shuriken sticking out of his back.
I was somehow not expecting a shuriken.
It's the only one in the
how.
movie though. I'm disappointed there aren't more, but I guess it had to be once again contractually obligated. They had to put a shuriken in this thing. So he's dead, and a bunch of David Carradine's goons seize upon them.
Yeah.
And this is where we get whoever Chad McQueen's fighting some of them, but we get this awesome fight between Cynthia Rothrock and this guy on the stairs. And this is what we want to talk about because this fight scene's amazing.
It's so good. Yeah.
And I'm trying to get this guy's name because I know this guy who she's fighting here. In fact, I'm gonna look him up from another movie. But anyway, talk about this fight. I mean, listen, you were loving this, obviously.
Yeah, I like when filmmakers they have the fighters in a interesting or unique location, and then they have their fighters use their environment as part of the fight, and that is like 100. You will notice that all of Chad McQueen's fights are just fighting each other on solid ground with like in open spaces.
Yeah.
The most boring, but like of course Cynthia Rothrock is doing like the really interesting stuff, and I think that's why this fight scene stands out because it's the only one I can think of that isn't just what I already described, but just like flat ground, open space, just two dudes,
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. This guy, his name is Benny the Jet Urquidez that she's fighting here. What do we say? She has a black belt in 8 martial arts. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
This guy has a black belt in 9 different martial arts.
Okay.
And he decided to pursue full contact karate as a career. He achieved a record of over 200 wins and no losses with 63 title defenses and 57 KOs. He is the only fighter to have retained 6 world titles and 5 weight divisions for 24 consecutive years. This guy is a master, and he is one of John Cusack's instructors. Because people don't know John Cusack is an incredible kickboxer.
He does not,
very skilled kickboxer.
Yeah, he does not really get cast in those kinds of films.
No. One of my favorite things was when Danny Trejo was on How Did This Get Made? Mm-hmm. They asked him, they said, "You've been in movies with a lot of these guys. Who really is the badass?" And he goes, "No joke, you're going to laugh, but it's true. Cusack." He's like, "That guy's a killer. That guy would destroy you." Because he said, like, a lot of guys play tough. Cusack doesn't play tough. He just has the skills.
What I like about that is he gives off the air that he isn't. I like people who don't like play up, their sort of competency with that kind of stuff, because then it is surprising, and then you will get your ass beat.
So, having said that, this guy is often the fight choreographer or stunt coordinator on many of Cusack's movies. But specifically, what I know this guy from is one of my favorite movies ever, is a movie called Grosse Pointe Blank, that John Cusack wrote and starred in. And this guy plays one of the villains in it. And it is one of the only times you can really see Cusack in just a sick fight scene between him and this guy. And they really are beating the shit out of each other in it. And I
wonder why Cusack doesn't really do more of these types of films.
It's interesting. It doesn't seem like as an actor he's interested in that. It really is just something he's passionate about just in life. Like, that's just, I mean, he played a kickboxer in Say Anything. That's obviously not the main plot of the movie. Don the Dragon Wilson plays his sparring partner in that movie, though.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, because he's really good friend. Because he's really in the kickboxing world. And then this guy, who's a friend of his and has trained him, is on a lot of his movies. Seriously, though, look up that fight scene from Grosse Pointe Blank, and you can see what a because it's really the two of these guys just going at it. And Cusack, you can really see, Cusack's a tall, long guy, right? So his kicks are very impressive.
Yeah, he's got good reach.
Yeah. So anyway, I was thrilled to see this guy because he has a very distinct look. And he's really scary in Grosse Pointe Blank. He plays a really nasty bad guy in that. Spoiler, he does not survive his fight with John Cusack in that movie. Cusack kills him with a ballpoint pen.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly. It's John Wick before its time, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, I would love to see Cusack do a John Wick type movie though, or something like that. That would be cool. I would.
Or be a villain in John Wick.
Oh man, Cusack fighting Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
That I want to see. Anyway.
Yeah.
But so this is two of the world's best martial artists fighting right now in this movie.
In this
basically.
sequence,
yeah. Meanwhile, Chad McQueen's fucking around.
And then also Chad McQueen is here.
Yeah, but anytime that, because really, when watching these fight scenes, and it sounds like you watch it the same way. When I was watching, I'm like, whenever Chad McQueen's doing something, oh yeah, get him, Cynthia. Yeah. That's the shit I'm talking about. Because when she starts clanging this guy's face into this metal railing and then like sliding him down the railing, I was like, she's destroying this guy.
It was so cool. Yeah.
Because I think Chad McQueen beats up more guys, but she has better fights. This fight is so much better. Yeah. I wanted to see her beat David Carradine at the end of the movie, not him.
Yeah.
So they anyway. As is the case in a lot of kung fu movies, then it's just sort of the fight's over, and we're like, all right, back to the movie now. because we then have to get a stupid scene between any of this stuff doesn't work. Like the scene where he's talking to his brother. He's like, hey, man, you got to get out of this life of crime. And then we do have these moments where, especially near the end of the movie, they start going like the brother's throwing the money he got from the criminals into the ocean. Yeah. And he's like, I don't want to be a bad guy anymore. And he's like, none of this is compelling in any way.
No. Why? why do you not want to be a criminal anymore? Why did you want to be a criminal in the first place? Like what?
Oh,
Like what is driving you?
how about the scene where he's talking to Cynthia Rothrock later, and he's like, "It's my fault, because I ran off to Hong Kong and left him to," which they keep mentioning his time in Hong Kong with no explanation as to why he went to Hong Kong, what he really did in Hong Kong beyond obviously learn martial arts.
It doesn't matter, John.
It doesn't. It really doesn't matter.
But it could have.
Yeah.
It could have connected him to David Carradine's character, so that there's some kind of dynamic between the two of them. But no,
bad screenwriting, right? The idea that he ends up having no connection to David Carradine anyway.
Yeah.
Because I just knew that was coming. It had to be.
Yeah.
That's, once again, that's just general martial arts structure is, oh, my former partner, my former student, my former whatever. You're the villain behind it all. Because, that's not ingenious screenwriting, but it's basic screenwriting because then there's an emotional connection at play.
Yes,
And that's
there's something.
We're asking for the loosest, simplest beats of story.
Yeah.
And these movies can't get there.
Nope. No, they cannot.
Also, it doesn't even matter that he and Cynthia Rothrock are in a relationship. They don't do anything with that, really.
No. That isn't tested at all. That isn't, used by the narrative.
You could excise all their, domestic scenes and just make them police partners, and it'd be the same movie.
It could have just been police partners, but the creator of this film's like, well, she is a woman, so she has to be dating somebody.
Yeah, I did think about that, because one of the things I love about Cynthia Rothrock is she's not very sexualized in these action movies.
That's true. Yeah.
Even here, where she's in bed with this guy, it's very matter of fact. It's not like and they don't dress her up. And Cynthia Rothrock is a very attractive woman.
Yeah.
But she was always. I mean, that's the thing that made her stand out. She was really on the same par as these other B movie actors. We would see that more in the movies where she's the lead. But even here, where she's the supporting character, she's just presented as a competent police officer who also knows martial arts. But then also, yes, is in love with this guy, but is not the helpless girlfriend, which is good.
Yes, that is true. I do appreciate that she is even when he tells her not to help him, she still does.
Actually, here's two more characters for us to potentially be in this movie, listen, which is the two cops on the stakeout who Faster Brown sends his hot girlfriend out to distract.
That's right.
Two mustachioed police officers.
Chewing gum.
Yeah.
Hey,
Burt Reynolds is back. No.
we got Raven is back.
How you doing? I'm a cop on a stakeout this time. It's me and Dom DeLuise. We're the two cops in the car, and the hottie comes over.
This guy's hilarious.
Yeah. Come on, Dom. Do one of your bits. This guy kills me.
Yeah. So this is a scene that
because once again we're just like he's freaking out because he's like, oh man, I got so much information to give to Rhodes. This whole thing is I got all the info and I just can't contain all this information. What information does he have for him? Eventually, he does have information, but we see him learn the information.
Well, yeah, but isn't this the time where he has because he saw.
Yes, this is the scene where because we had the brother heart to heart where he goes, if you need money, here, buy our mom a birthday present, and he sees Faster Brown sees Sean give his brother money to buy his mother a birthday gift. But Faster Brown doesn't know they're brothers. He just sees a cop giving money to Michael. Right. So he assumes he's some sort of informant.
Yes.
And that's information.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, that's the information he has to tell Mr. Rhodes.
Yes.
But he knows, oh, shit, there's that police car outside that's keeping a watch on me. I can't get out without them following me. And he's saying this to his very bored-looking girlfriend.
An expression that I also had during this sequence.
I mean, this is another one where we cut to this guy screaming about all this. I'm just going, what what is going on in this movie?
Why? Why does any of this
Why am I
happen?
watching any of this?
Yeah.
And he goes, wait a minute. I have an idea. You're hot. They're men. And here's what I love about this plan. It works, but not because she's a hot girl who distracts these guys.
No.
She basically has to act really aggressive and insane towards them to make it work.
Yeah, because they don't get out of their car until she starts to write "cop" on their windshield with her lipstick.
Yeah, these guys are actually good police officers. They aren't distracted. Yeah. They're at no point are staring at her and missing something. It's only when she starts acting aggressive and doing that, that they're like, all right, now we have to fucking arrest you.
Yeah. Do you think this was more of a commentary on the guy who's the Faster Brown? Faster Brown.
He's not the regular Brown. He's the Faster Brown.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a horrible name.
It's a terrible name. Yeah, I don't know.
But anyway, we get the scene, and then she further takes it to the next level by screaming, "Help! Somebody help me!" And all the people on the street in this neighborhood start converging on the situation, and we don't actually see how that resolves because we just cut away. In fact, I don't think we ever see those cops again. I can only assume they were killed by this mob.
Do we see the girlfriend again?
Nope. She's only in this scene.
It literally could go either way. It's
for all we know, there's an ongoing riot in the rest of the movie happening on this street.
Now that's a movie I want to watch. No.
I would have just loved just to quiet in the radio background. Riot in progress at the one. Blonde woman wrote "cop" in lipstick. Riot has started. Buildings are burning. Chad McQueen turns the radio off at that point. Whatever. We only care about martial arts crimes.
Were there any martial arts involved with this crime? No. Uninterested.
A movie we definitely, and I keep throwing stuff out, and I promise we do keep track of these movies that I mentioned, and we will get to them. A movie I do want to do at some point is the Chuck Norris movie, A Force of One, which is a movie where there's is he a taekwondo? He's some kind of martial arts serial killer, and the police are stymied, so they hire martial artist Chuck Norris to join the force to track down this killer.
Martial arts serial killer is the great.
He's a serial killer, killing people with his martial arts. And so the police go, we have to get a good martial artist to help us. That's the only way. We as police can't do anything. We have to get Chuck Norris, who's not a cop.
They need a martial artist not just to find him and pursue him, but to then
fight him, yeah.
Why can't they just track him down and arrest him?
No, it has to be Chuck Norris.
They do have weapons.
Yeah, I know martial arts can get you pretty far, but a armed SWAT team is still going to take one man down.
Yeah, but
no,
they
only
need a force
Chuck Norris
one.
can stop. Yeah, Force of One. Yeah, that is one we will do at some point.
This sounds like a great film.
I mean, I think we're going to have to devote a Chuck Norris month at some point.
Yeah, definitely.
Because we do love Chuck on this show. Not as much as JCVD, but we do love Chuck.
Yeah.
So anyway, who cares about it? That scene's insane, but it works perfectly, even though because the guy is able to sneak out of his house. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, the Thompson mother is very concerned because she found a bunch of money in Michael's room. Oh no, he's in crime. And similarly bad news now, because Faster Brown told him that Michael's receiving money. They bring Michael out to. It looks like it's around the Griffith Observatory area.
It is
in Los Angeles. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Right, because this ends up at the Griffith Observatory, doesn't it? This chase. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, one of the most oft-used locations in Los Angeles by far.
I mean, it's a beautiful location.
It's great.
So.
It's absolutely, and it's iconic. It's movie iconic primarily. I mean, Rebel Without a Cause has that great scene out there, which is it kind of started it in that sense. And La La Land has that great sequence there too. You've seen it in countless movies. So anyway, they bring him out there and they go, Faster Brown says you're a criminal informant for the police, but I'm going to give you another chance. And he goes, "You can prove your loyalty to me by murdering Faster Brown." And I do love Faster Brown being like, "Whoa, what? That's not how I thought this was gonna go at all."
Neither did I.
He gives Michael a gun. He goes, "Fucking shoot him right now." And I was like, "I don't know about this."
I don't fully understand how murdering Faster Brown proves that he's not a police informant.
Well,
Like, is it
because the police will look the other way in a lot of crimes if you're giving them information, but if you murder someone, they kind of. But also, how would the cops know? And I don't know.
Yeah,
but
I
once
don't
again, David Carradine's giving this guy so many chances.
so many chances?
And then Faster Brown takes off running. Michael chases after him. They end up at the Griffith Observatory, and Michael shoots the gun up in the air, and he goes, "Run, because you're dead. We just faked your death."
Yeah.
Faster Brown runs off, and then I love that Faster
You know,
Brown. By the way, if I'm Faster
Immediately
Brown,
praise him.
wouldn't you just get out of town instantly
Yeah.
and just go like, "All right, I'm dead then"?
Well, I guess he is crazy after all, so
Yeah, I don't know why I don't know why. Here's the thing: I don't know why David Carradine is giving this brother so many chances, and I don't know why Faster Brown wants to be in David Carradine's gang so bad.
It's not clear.
Because it seems like get out of town and go do crime somewhere else.
Yeah.
There's crime everywhere, Faster Brown.
There is, believe it or not, there is crime in other cities.
And actually, this guy probably, if he moved to like the Midwest, could be the boss of an organization because he's coming from L.A., although he's crazy, though. We know the one thing we know about Faster Brown. Everybody has like one trait in this movie. Faster Brown is crazy,
yeah.
That is the one thing we know about him. And then all decisions are made through that lens.
Yes, it's Cynthia Rothrock needs money.
Yeah.
Chad McQueen is a hunk of sentient meat.
Well, his big thing is he can't communicate, right? Because that's always the thing.
Right.
Cynthia Rothrock is mad that he won't talk to her.
Yeah.
And then when he does, he's like, "I shouldn't have gone to Hong Kong." I'm actually glad that Steve didn't live to see this movie. I don't know that he would have been proud of his son.
I don't.
I don't think so. Once again, he made one of the great police procedural films of all time, Bullet. His son made Martial Law.
His son made this.
Yeah.
Turd.
Yep. Which is only great because of Cynthia Rothrock.
Yeah.
The only great moments are her. So anyway, he gets away. I just wrote we have another heart punch death. I don't remember who he kills with the heart punch.
Is it? And this isn't Michael being murdered.
No, it's Carradine. Because we haven't gotten to the nunchuck fight yet.
Oh, you're right.
I guess he kills one of his underlings here.
Does he?
I don't know.
I
just wrote down another heart punch, and I clearly don't remember the movie well enough to know what I was referencing. I love when my notes where I'm going like, I don't know, because whenever I wrote that, I thought, oh, I'll remember what the second heart punch death was. And then here I am. Literally, I watched this last night, and now in the afternoon today, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I was talking about.
I don't know about you, but I took very few notes during this film.
Yeah, I took probably a normal amount of notes, but they're all very simple notes, like another heart punch.
Yeah.
Kick. I just have, once again, I have like Cynthia Rothrock, spin kicks, stuff like that. So then, Michael is sent out on another car theft that Faster Brown for some reason knows about because he calls cops. Specifically, he calls Sean Martial Law Thompson. I call him by his full name, and he goes, "You in particular are going to be interested about this tip about an upcoming grand theft auto." And he's just like, "Well, who is this?" He's like, "Just say I'm a concerned citizen." And he hangs up the phone, and Sean Martial Law Thompson, being the genius detective he is, he goes, "Well, if I in particular must be interested, then that must mean Michael's involved in it."
He's like the reverse Adam West.
He only figures out what is the most obvious leaps in logic.
Yes.
You don't even need to bother Batman with these riddles.
Yeah, no.
So He calls them on that. We have to talk about this Grand Theft Auto because Michael and whoever this other henchman guy that he's with, they're stealing cars from a used car lot.
Yep.
With all of its lights on.
Yep.
So Faster Brown didn't need to call the cops. Literally anyone in the vicinity of that area would see these guys stealing these cars.
And these are pretty nice cars, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
What are they doing just sitting out?
Exactly. These are like
they
fancy
wouldn't
sports cars. These are showroom cars. These aren't
Yeah.
on the lot. When you ever drive by a used car lot and see like a Lamborghini and a Porsche,
No.
even like shitty ones, still no.
Yeah. Yeah.
and there they are just going like, sneak around. yeah.
They didn't even try to like turn the lights off so it couldn't be spotted. You know, they didn't. Yeah, just not very good criminal organization we got going on here.
No, I just thought it's insane. But Sean Marshall Law Thompson's going to beat the other cops to the scene because his brother is involved in this.
Yeah.
So each guy takes off in a different direction, and Cynthia chases after the one guy. Whoever the other guy is. He's got a mullet.
Yeah.
And Sean chases after his brother.
Yep.
And Sean yells at his brother, like, "What are you thinking, man? Don't you know what you're doing to Ma?" "I'm sorry, brother." And then he's like, "All right, get out of here." And he lets him go. Again, everybody's giving this guy like his 8th chance in this movie.
Why? I did think that when Michael dies, I was like, oh, well, his brother would feel guilt about like letting his brother go at this last time because it led to him dying.
No,
it doesn't really come up.
Just pure rage at David Carradine.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Cynthia Rothrock has a whole fight with this other henchman.
Yeah.
It's
Which
pretty
is
good.
great.
It's pretty good. Yeah. I mean, she's way cooler than Chad McQueen.
Yeah.
And then this is when Michael throws the money in the ocean. Oh, and they do this, what they think is an awesome cut. He throws it's an envelope full of cash that he throws into the ocean, and as he's mid-throw, we cut to the interrogation room at the police station as Cynthia Rothrock throws another envelope of cash down at the other car thief who was... And so it's this sort of continuity of motion. They're like, whoa! That's the only beat of mildly interesting filmmaking in this movie. Because the directing... Yes. Okay, now is the time I should talk about, because I didn't click on the... Steve Cohen directed this movie. And he's directed some other stuff. Okay. The majority of his directing career, the vast majority of it, is Billy Joel music videos and concerts. Which is so random. This guy is apparently Billy Joel's go-to director.
Okay.
That's really weird. But he directed a ton of Billy Joel music videos and then 5 concerts. 6 concerts.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 6 of his concerts. So this guy is Billy Joel's guy. And then he directed some Law and Order and some other TV shows. And he directed 2 other straight-to-video action movies. Tough and Deadly. Oh, man. We have to do Tough and Deadly.
Who's in this?
Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Okay.
And Tybo creator Billy Blanks.
Oh.
And it's like a Tango and Cash style buddy cop movie.
Great.
Rowdy Piper plays a character named Elmo Freach. And
That's a name.
And Billy Blanks is John Portland. And then he also directed a movie called Devil in the Flesh. Oh, this is more like an erotic thriller.
Oh.
Yeah. And then that appears to be the end of his directing career. He did. Oh shit! Listen, he was the second unit director on Invasion USA.
Oh.
Yeah. He's had a much better career as a second unit director. He was also the second assistant director on The Goonies.
Yes, I do see that.
Yeah.
Because I also looked up this guy.
Second unit director on Miami Vice.
Yeah.
and second unit director on Martial Outlaw. So, interesting.
He did Martial Law and Martial Outlaw?
Yeah, he was the second unit director on Martial Outlaw.
This guy.
And this movie written by Richard Brandis, who has 16 writing credits. That guy will also write the sequel Martial Law 2 Undercover. Oh, and they reteamed on Devil in the Flesh. Looks like he's just written a bunch of schlock over the years. Out for Blood, which is a
Tantalizing
vampire. Fury. Oh man, this looks up our alley. It's a vampire cop movie. A police detective is investigating some mysterious disappearances and uncovers a horrible truth. Spoiler: it's vampires. Okay, we may cover that one at some point. Anyway, that's
maybe during October.
Yeah, when it's Spooktober here on the Action Shelf. We got to get through the real horror though, which is Seagal September before that. So anyway, yes, we have that mildly interesting shot. Then Thompson blames himself for being a criminal, and then finally, the last chance, because stupid Faster Brown has made himself known to everybody.
Not even trying to be subtle.
No, he's now sitting in David Carradine's office when they bring in Michael, and David Carradine's just like, this fucking guy's still alive? Explain. And then he goes, all right, well, there's only one way to settle this. You each grab a pair of nunchucks and go at it.
I mean, if all the world's problems could be solved with nunchuck fights, I think we'd be living in a better world.
I agree.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, oh my God, they're going to fight with these nunchucks. Which is, I can't think of many movies where both participants in the fight have nunchucks.
Game of Death?
Yeah. But usually I think of just one guy has the nunchucks.
Yeah, it's usually one guy versus a bunch of other people
with the nunchucks. Yeah,
I
can't remember any time Michelangelo fought somebody with nunchuck. But Game of Death does have a much better nunchuck fight, of course.
Yeah,
because it's Bruce Lee. But these guys have a little bit of a nunchuck fight.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's good. It's a pretty good fight.
It's not bad.
All the action in this movie is pretty good.
But then, in the middle of it, Carradine just murders Faster Brown with a gun.
He does.
I don't know what the thought process there is.
Oh, there was a thought process? I think he's just like, it's jazz, baby.
Because then he just turns the gun on Michael and kills him too. So what was the point of any of this?
Did he shoot Michael? I thought he did the palm attack.
Yes, sorry. He does do the palm attack on him.
Yeah.
He shoots, that's right. He shoots Faster Brown and then turns around. And so you think he's going to let Michael off the hook again. Then he blows up Michael's heart.
Yeah.
I prefer to definitely, they don't say that it's an exploding heart like Kill Bill, but I'm assuming it's an exploding
heart. It is.
Yeah.
Let's be honest here.
Yeah, we just need a crude animation of it, though, is the thing.
Yeah. Just like a cartoon image of a heart exploding.
My heart. So he's dead now. Cut to it's Mom's birthday. It's Mama Thompson's birthday party. And Sean and Billy are there, and they've gotten
having a great time.
They bought her just a hideous fucking dress. And she goes, "Oh, it's so beautiful. Billy, I bet you helped him pick this out." And she's like, "Oh, I did." He goes, "Oh, yeah, because my Shawnee has no sense of fashion."
And I'm just like, I've noticed his fashion in the entire film has been terrible.
Oh, God, yeah. And here he's wearing like a lime green shirt with a bunch of squiggly triangle images on it.
Yeah.
Bloof.
Yeah.
Bloof. That's my reaction to that is bloof.
Bloof.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm going all over the place. This is a stream of conscious for me on here.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Knock at the door, and she goes, "Oh, that must be Michael." You know what's coming. It's a cop.
know what's coming.
And he goes, "I'm sorry, Michael's dead. Oh, no!
The scene that should have happened at the beginning of this film just happened.
I'm just realizing she's just kind of Edith Bunker in my impression. Oh,
yeah.
Archie! Yeah. That's just my general old woman voice, I guess.
Yeah,
unless they're British, in which case it turns into the Monty Python old woman voice, which you hear often over on the if you listen to my other podcast, Campbell and Jones Meet the Monsters. We're often doing Monty Python-esque British women's voices. So now we get. Oh, this is the other filmmaking moment for Steve Cohen. We get Michael on the autopsy table, and the camera's circling around Chad McQueen with tears running down his eyes. No, my brother, who literally was going to die from second one of this movie. Like, well, now it's time for vengeance. With about 10 minutes left in this movie, now it's time.
They also make room for a bit of a montage. There's a sequence where he's on the beach, doing martial arts on the beach.
Yeah, he's doing martial arts on the beach, and then he's sitting by his dad's grave.
Yeah,
almost like in a I'm sorry, Pop.
I let you down.
Yeah,
I let Michael down.
Right, and so I guess all of this is him readying for his vengeance.
Why not?
Which is, he goes to the evil dojo and goes up to gigantic monster of a man, Tony Longo is his actor's name, who plays this just wall of a man.
Yep.
Tony Longo was in a bunch of stuff, usually as this kind of, if you needed just a big dumb guy in your movie, you cast Tony Longo, who I think, let me see, I believe he was a football player before he was an actor.
That would make sense.
I can't remember exactly. I'm not finding it exactly, but whatever. Known for playing the big dumb guy in movies. It actually says that on his IMDb, because he is always sort of like I don't know, but
I mean, he is a very large man.
He is very, very big. But Sean Marshall Law Thompson comes up to him and says, "I want to apply to be an instructor here," and he's like, "You look pretty puny to me. I don't think so."
Anyone would look puny to this man.
Oh, you look pretty small. I don't think you know martial arts. Which is, by the way, an insane statement.
It is,
as many of the great martial artists have been smaller individuals. It's kind of one of the appeals of it is that size is less important in it. But anyway, in fact, it seems like Tony Longo would maybe not be made for martial arts.
You'd think so.
Yeah, that might be tough. We never actually see him do any martial arts, I don't think, in this movie.
Not that I'm aware of.
But then on his way out, Sean punches like a stack of bricks, and they all break, and he's like, whoa, wait just a minute. Maybe we do have an opening for an instructor.
I have reconsidered my first point, and maybe we will hire you.
So they call him up and they go, yeah, we want you to be an instructor, but also maybe do some other stuff, like crime?
Question mark?
Yeah, and he's just like, well, I do need money, so yes, I will do crime with you. And I'm being hyperbolic for effect, but the dialogue's not that far off of that.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Because at this point, there really is about 10 minutes left in the movie.
There's so little left for the climax of this film.
This movie really just kind of peters out. They want to do crime, so they bring him to Carradine. And by the way, no one in this criminal organization recognizes him as a cop or as Michael's brother.
Well, because they never investigated the fact that Michael was related to a police officer. That might be important to know. And they don't do any sort of background check on Sean at all. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, he doesn't even have to try to blend in.
No. And I like...
He's literally beat up numerous members of this criminal organization, and nobody can recognize him.
So they bring him to this airplane hangar with a bunch of with all of David Carradine's other goons, and they're waiting around for the deal to happen, and we get another weird interstitial scene with Tony Longo reading the paper. He goes, oh, geez, did you read about this? A guy cooked and ate his entire family. Do you remember this? This is such a random thing. He goes, even the dog. Oh, what's the world coming to? Oh, well, time for the gun deal. It's just, I'm watching this going, what?
The writer must have had a lot of fun writing these.
These
which is why you put
non-sequiturs.
3 in them.
These non sequiturs are the best part of the movie.
They are the
where
best
you're
parts,
just like,
yeah.
okay. It's just like, well, it's hacky to just come in and have the gun deal starting already. We better put in a little bit of dialogue to set the scene up.
A little bit of jokes.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. So anyway, the colonel who we saw earlier, then I was like, oh, right, this guy is like, where are my guns? And Carradine just fucking kills him.
Yeah.
Kills him and all of his guys. And then he goes, it's payday, boys. Then turns around and shoots his own guys.
I don't understand. I was so confused when this happened.
Yeah.
What
So,
I don't...
They had the guns, but they instead decided to just kill the guy they're selling to and take his money rather than sell him the guns.
Sure.
Then I presume so he doesn't have to pay anyone else, he kills his own goons.
But is this implying he no longer needs a criminal organization of any type?
That I don't know. Because he keeps some guys, like he doesn't shoot Tony Longo, and he doesn't shoot Philip Tan.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know.
I'm
know.
struck. I could not. It's never
this
explained.
Scene baffled me.
Yeah, it's other than he's just evil.
And we just get slow motion shots of David Carradine like grinning as he fires a machine gun. I don't know. I don't know what's happening here.
I don't know why this happened.
This all happened. I was like, okay, movie.
Frankly, as this part was happening, I was just like, when can I be rid of this film?
Yeah, it was about here that I'm going like, yeah, I think we've run out of movie here. But luckily, Sean had just ducked down behind a car, so he didn't get hit by bullets.
The only person who thought, ooh, maybe I should get down.
Yeah. And he goes, oh, but then he's like, oh, you think I don't know who you are? David Carradine says to Sean Marshall Law Thompson, he goes, if you think you're so good, how about you fight me? And so they start to fight. But the better, more important fight is that, I don't know why, but at some point Cynthia Rothrock has shown up.
Yep.
So that she can fight Philip Tan, and ooh, this is good stuff.
It is so good. Well, I mean, obviously, the fight coordinator versus Cynthia Rothrock, it's going to be a good fight.
Yeah, these two are fighting, and it's really awesome.
Yeah.
And the way she takes him out, oh, man. I mean, is there a debate? Is this not the best death in the movie?
This is it. Yeah.
She pulls a Van Damme, number one, and does the full-on splits here.
Yeah.
Punches him in the balls 5-6 times, then grabs a wrench and bashes him in the face with it.
Yeah. So
and
cool.
You're like, yes!
That's so cool. Yeah.
I love it, man.
Cut to Chad McQueen and David Carradine just kind of like throwing haymakers at each other.
Yeah. Fighting.
Yeah.
Wow. Look out, man. Hey, boy.
Yeah. But yes, that is 100%. I don't think that guy died necessarily, but that is
he is in a coma.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess our best death should be the best takedown or finisher on a character, because some of these kung fu movies aren't going to have deaths per se, but they are the end of the fight. The finish.
But that is definitely.
Oh, because it's so satisfying. Because look, spoilers. Sean Marshall Law Thompson does the exploding heart palm technique on David Carradine, and he's dead.
Yep.
Which is really not exciting at all. It's not an exciting move. It's unfortunate that it's kind of just like, oh, okay, yeah, that's what I expected to happen.
Because it doesn't look very cool. You know what I mean? Like, it's not.
No, it really doesn't. And it goes into slow motion. He's like, yeah. wall, and David Carradine just falls down dead.
Yeah, and it doesn't even like in the end of Kill Bill Volume 2, the move is done, and then it's like an emotional moment between the two characters as he decides to take those 5 steps and die.
Yeah. And it's beautifully played by David Carradine.
Yeah.
It is so great. I mean, look, David Carradine was a great actor and could be if he wanted to. And here he's pretty good in some moments, even though he clearly doesn't give a shit about this movie. So, and then that's just the end. The movie just kind of stops right here.
It does just kind of stop. And a lot of these movies have that where the climax is reached and then there's not really any resolution to the films.
Right, exactly. It's just like, oh, and then because then he and Cynthia Rothrock are like, let's get out of here. We just dropped some bodies, but whatever.
But here's the thing, John. I'm never mad about it because I'm always like, oh, thank God the movie's done.
Over. Jesus Christ, let's get out of here, man.
Yeah.
So that's the end of Martial Law.
Martial Law.
I don't know how to rank this against other movies that we've done here because I think the fighting, anything with Cynthia Rothrock, is much better than most of the movies we've watched.
I would agree, yeah.
And to be fair, Future Kick didn't give Don the Dragon much opportunity. Chuck Norris really didn't do any martial arts in Invasion
Very
USA.
Little. Yeah, just like maybe 3
So
kicks
really,
total.
we kind of only have Cynthia and JCVD to look up to as our martial arts people right now.
I think they are the top 2 at this point.
Yeah, I don't think they ever work together, but damn, I would love to see a movie with the 2 of them.
That makes me so sad, John.
I know. God, wouldn't that be great?
That'd be so
They
good.
would light up the screen. They can both do splits.
Yeah.
Oh man, as we said, no real one-liners in the movie, so
No.
Well, you know what?
We'll skip over that.
We will skip over that. But as you know, Listman, it is always my imperative, my goal in life, to find the strangest IMDb reviews I can.
Can't wait.
For these movies. And here I have one from IMDb user HK50.
Okay.
The title of his review, not bad movie. Here you go.
All right.
It is a good way to spend the afternoon, get into the cop versus crim thing. I'm reading this verbatim, so very interesting script. LA is where 2 main cops try to take a ruthless gang leader who dresses well and has a band of martial arts experts at his hand and a club to hang around. The story goes that the gang leader is trying to get into the sport promotion scene and ends up doing a couple of murders along the way. Let's stop right there. What?
Sport promotion?
Where is that in this movie?
I don't remember that at all.
No, I don't either.
Did he watch the same film as us?
The 2 cops track him down and try to bring him to justice. As always, when you try to bring a Hollywood bad man to justice, it ends in a fight. All the martial art bad men and women fight against the 2 cops, and in the end, you've guessed it, the gang leader gets killed in an end film fight. That wasn't that
spoilers!
good.
Spoilers! Jeez!
In an end film fight that wasn't that good. The film is easy to read, no need for heavy thinking. Just enjoy the drama and the fighting. Could have been better, though.
I mean, it's a very reasonable review that you found here for this movie, John.
It is. It's just presented in such a strange way.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do love the ending of just, could have been better, though.
Could have been better.
And also, I don't know what the sport promotion part of it was, but to be fair,
the
movie's such a mess that might have been in there.
It could have been in there. Yeah, Yeah.
But I have something special, Listman, that I will do from time to time when we check in with our old pal, Bruce Winning.
Bruce Winning.
Now, Bruce Winning does not have a review for Martial Law. However, what I did do the other night, because apparently I have no life, I went through all 1,100 of Bruce's Amazon reviews to see which.
John.
Well, I just scroll. I was just looking at the titles. I wasn't.
John,
reading
are
each
you
review.
John? Are you okay?
Oh God, no. But I did. I scrolled through all 1,100 of his reviews. This man appears to review every single movie he watches.
Great.
And we will have many more movies to come that I see on our list that he reviewed. But we only discovered him fairly recently, I've gone back through and found the reviews for movies we've already done on the show that we didn't share. So I've gone all the way back to our first episode, Listman, and this is Bruce Winning's review of The Substitute.
Oh, wow, this is great.
Here he is. Bruce Winning gives it 5 out of 5 stars. His review title is Crime drama that will satisfy with violence and action. The first thing I noticed was that this was 16:9, just right for my screen. By the way, for those who don't know, that is the aspect ratio of the image. That means it's 16 wide by 19 high. It's the ratio of length to width of an image. So a modern TV, if it's rectangular, is 16 by 9. Previous TVs were 4 by 3, more square. That's right off the bat. He says the first thing I noticed was this was 16:9, right? Just right for my screen. Most things are in that now. I immediately noticed next that it is discrete surround, so each speaker gets its own channel. He's really focusing in on the nitty-gritty of the technical aspects of the movie, and also focusing in on things that most movies have if you watch them anywhere.
He's just describing filmmaking.
Yeah.
I also noticed that it was filmed by a camera.
Oh, get ready for the next sentence here, though.
Oh, no.
There were quite a lot of bullets that accomplished their purpose. There were quite a lot of bullets that accomplished their purpose.
Uh-huh.
There were lots of fists and feet that also damaged another human. I got an email several weeks ago from Amazon Prime recommending this. Not only was this what I was looking for, widescreen, 5.1, and violence, but I can now look forward to the 4 sequels that are on my watch list. And apparently he watched them because he has reviews for all 4 Substitute movies up.
Great.
And
I can't wait to get to them.
He gave them all 5 stars. He gives almost every movie 5 stars, I will say. He does not appear to have much of a discerning palate when it comes to films. He seems to enjoy everything he watches.
Hey, he's great. He's just somebody who just loves to love,
I think my favorite line in any review we've read now is there are quite a lot of bullets that accomplish their purpose, followed by there was also lots of fists and feet that also damaged another human. I am concerned about how much Bruce Winning likes specifically violence, not just action, but violence. He really likes bullets hitting people and feet damaging another human being.
That is really all we can say that we know about
and
Bruce
really,
Winning at this
everything
point.
He's looking for in a movie is that it's in widescreen, has 5.1 surround sound, and that there is violence.
Yeah, he wants to feel like he's a part of the violence.
Yes. Bruce Winning, we will continue to hear from him. He has many, many reviews. As I said, he has, it's not quite 1,100. He has 1,062 reviews on Amazon.
I mean, that's still an ungodly amount.
Do you review anything on sites like that?
No.
I've never.
I've watched a lot of movies in my time.
Yeah.
I don't even think I've seen that many movies.
I mean, I watch a ton of movies, obviously, but I never feel the desire to write reviews of them, ever. That never that's never crossed my mind to do that. I have no idea what that would accomplish.
I don't know.
Well, Listman, we were disappointed that Cynthia Rothrock was not the star of this movie, right?
Yes.
So why don't we create a vehicle where she is the star?
I would love to, John.
Well, we're going to pull out our handy-dandy action title generator and come up with a vehicle for Miss Rothrock. I just hit the randomizer. This is one of the weirder titles we've had.
Great.
The movie, this is Cynthia Rothrock in Reflex Blood. I don't even know.
I got it.
Oh, good. Okay,
John, I got it.
Yeah,
okay.
Reflex Blood.
So Cynthia Rothrock is just a normal person.
Okay.
She's
your average woman.
Just your average woman,
Mm-hmm.
She works maybe like as a paralegal or like
she's got a day-to-day humdrum office job.
A standard 9 to 5.
Yeah.
So then she gets in a car accident.
Oh.
And so she needs a blood transfusion. But she has a very rare type of blood.
Mm-hmm.
And so the blood that she gets is from a very accomplished martial artist.
I can just see it. The first scene of the movie is that guy like being chased and either killed or badly injured, right?
Yes.
And they take some of his blood.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so she, through the blood transfusion, gains this martial artist's power of martial arts.
But for some reason, the people who killed him are now after her because they've been tracking him by his blood.
Exactly,
so
because
they
want to become the ultimate martial artist.
Yes, they're tracking his blood. Oh man, yeah. This works. This is good stuff.
Yeah.
They're trying.
I
that's it.
Very
man.
much want to see this.
You nailed that. I don't think we've ever had either one of us have such a clear picture of a movie. That's
instant.
It.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Sometimes that happens. Sometimes genius just strikes. So
and then there's the ones where we make up an acronym for a weird
that's
organization.
still going to be probably the worst one we ever did. That's Cynthia Rothrock in Reflex Blood, coming soon to a red box near you. All right. Let's see. Oh, Listman, next week on the show.
Yes.
We have yet another debut of an action film legend who we have yet to talk about. It's amazing as many episodes we've done. I'm still like, oh wow, we haven't talked about this guy yet.
I have a feeling we would never run out. I'm more and more understanding the vastness of this genre.
I will say I have
immense.
too. Yeah, since we started doing this podcast and stuff is starting to be recommended to me as the algorithms on my like Amazon and Netflix and stuff is being greatly shifted towards this stuff. There appears to be no bottom to this. There is
I don't think
limit.
there's any end.
No.
It reminds me of the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark. You know what I mean? It's just
we watch one
it's
movie
like a warehouse.
and it's just the one crate in the vast warehouse. Yeah. I think I said this to you early on when I started looking through these. I said we could do this for the next 20 years and not even be close to running out.
No. Yeah, not even
remotely.
Close.
It's insane.
It's crazy. Well, also because so many of them are made a year. So
yes,
like
I keep
even
seeing
now,
trailers for new ones.
Yeah, exactly.
It's insane. So anyway, next week on the show, we say hello to the legend himself, Mr. Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
Yes, I love Dolph Lundgren.
Hell yeah.
This is going to be good. And we have a film of his from 2003. I almost said 19 because a lot of our stuff is. And the movie is called Detention. Yes, Detention. And as always, I will ask you, Lisman, would you like to hear the tagline for Detention?
Yeah, John, I would.
At this school, today's lesson is survival. Yes, if you've ever dreamed of Die Hard in a high school, meet
that is my
Detention.
only dream, John.
Meet Detention. Yes,
I am really curious as to how similar or different this is going to be from The Substitute. I'm very curious.
Yeah, I am too. I have no idea what to expect from this one.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about this movie other than that basic pitch of it's Die Hard in a high school and it's Dolph Lundgren, who, from the look of it, appears to just be playing a high school teacher. I don't know if he's also some kind of former Marine or something, but just the idea that Dolph is just like your science teacher really makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Giant, like 6'7" Dolph Lundgren with his wall of muscle.
Yeah.
And he's just like, yes, I'm your teacher. But also apparently he's going to kill a whole bunch of terrorists. So
can't wait.
Yeah, get ready. That's Detention next week here on the Action Shelf. But that is going to do it for this week's episode. I'm John Campbell.
I'm Michael Listman.
Till next week, get yourself some action.